Right, everybody. I think we should be live. Okay. We got a bit of a glitch, it seems. I'm just gonna get the position on the board for you. Huh, she's actually playing the Fury. Damn. Slay. Oh, no, she didn't play this. She played the better move, D6. And she's actually hunting the bishop. Wow. I don't believe that she actually remembers this. This is great news to start the stream with. All right, everybody. Let me just take care of the things first. Okay, now she's supposed to do c5. Will she remember? Can you guys hear me? By the way, test, test. Can you guys hear me? This is a stream, not a recording. Is there anybody in the chat? Okay, so let me pull up the stream here. Hello, Sultan. Nice to see you. Okay. Fixing things on the fly here. Hope you guys can see the things. Nice. Okay, just doing some last minute small adjustments. Need to add the name of the players and the clocks. Andrea stream without 30 minutes starting screen. It might be a 30 minutes wait to get everything set up still though. Okay, so we got let's make it pins and move it here. Sorry guys, just give me a moment. This should be, we should be literally ready in a matter of a minute. Okay. Will she remember to play c5? Okay, now I can duplicate that and should I duplicate it actually? Oh, it worked. I'm a pro. Okay, and opponent, Mr. Aaron Wang. How old is he? Do you guys have any idea how old he might be? Oh, never mind. Oopsie. Okay. I don't know, by the way, if you guys want music on the stream. I know you normally use music, but maybe we can go without music. I don't know. I'm up to whatever. You just gotta add a new text one for Mr. Aaron Wang. He's almost like Aaron Nimzovich. Pretty talented youngster. 1635. Huh. Okay, I gotta do something to this because it doesn't stand out. Just let me add it a shadow. Boom. And bam. Bam. Okay, there you go. Now, kind of one last thing. Um, okay. Let me give this one a nice little background thing as well. Oops. Honestly, this is looking pretty slick. Looking pretty slick. Just that, yeah. Okay, I think we'll leave it as that. What are you guys saying in the chat here? What did I miss? Anything interesting? Yes, Andrea decided to play round 2 as well. That is right. I guess a little bit caught in the pleasure of winning. Did she play c5 or not? No, she's thinking. No, Aaron played Fury so far, guys. This is very theoretical position. Okay, it seems that it's a setup so that Andrea always plays next to Dina. It wasn't a coincidence like we thought. So, yeah. Also, should I be like this small? Maybe you guys don't want to see me at all. Maybe it's just better to like just have a voice. Just have a voice hunting you. Uh I don't know. You guys tell me. Okay. Is Villa saying anything in the Discord? Nope. I assume we're just fine for now. Okay. One last thing that we need to add, and then I can actually pay more attention to you guys. I'm sure that's why you tuned into the stream. Okay. Okay. All right. Uh, Ma'am. So, Mr. Aaron Wang has an hour and 40 minutes. Is that actually what they begin with? I thought it's like 90 minutes. Huh. So ignorant. Let me check. This may, okay, I just need to have it in the bottom. Almost there. Yep. One more. All right, guys, we can do it. We can do it. Um, okay, almost there. Bear with me. Last mile. Okay, that's a very professional look, I have to say. You guys give me some feedback. How does this look? Can we go with this or? You guys are too picky. Yeah, it started with 100 minutes, it seems to me too. How many viewers do we have? Let me check. Okay, we already have 1,500 viewers. Is that like actually true or is every single one of you a bot? Type something in the chat if you are a bot. Okay, Andre is still thinking. Still thinking. So yeah, for those of you that are just catching up, or perhaps you missed the stream in the first round, she played a game against an Indian kid, and she managed to play, I think, one of her best games ever. It's like the kid showed up to the game and got hit by a truck. But it wasn't a truck, it was Andrea Botez. So she just played like 98.3 accuracy. That was just pretty sickening. Very good game that I'm really proud of. But yeah, we're back here again with a King's Indian. We were not really supposed to have this stream, but since she really enjoyed that game, she decided to play on. So yeah, here I am again. You guys are probably already tired. Turns out that we meet again. Okay, knight g3, pawn takes on the board. Expecting to pretty much see c5, or at least that's what I would like to see. If she plays bishop f5, that's reasonable too, but white can trade the bishop. Light squares can be a bit weak. The idea that we have in the prep is c5, and there's a pretty sexy move after. It looks like she's remembering something just by kind of like the focus look. But yeah. She may also very well be sleeping. Hard to tell when she's wearing a cap. Also, it seems that we're rocking another Starbucks today. Alright guys, I'm just gonna take like a break for a second. I need to bring my my cappuccino, so then we can really get started. Still no move. Can't figure out if her eyes are still open. She's moving at least. Wearing a hat indoors is just considered bad etiquette by boomers? Huh. I don't know. We should make a poll on that. I'm not sure if we can say it's bad etiquette in general or not. I don't know, man. Kid these days, they like to sleep with their hats on. That's what it feels like. Is that Sabina Foysher? You mean next to Dina? It could be, judging by half of that lady's face. Okay, she's really timing down on this one. It's an important decision. Okay, guys, apparently you have a poll. Now you can vote. What are you gonna predict? Considering the fact that Andre is a little higher rated, but in the same time 10 years older, what do you think it's more important? Being up 70 rating points? Or 10 years of Twitch experience? I'm gonna win for Andrea win. That's my vote. I'm gonna risk 10 channel points for that. I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing big plays here. And c5 on the board. She remembers it. Okay, if the kid plays d5, I did send her some very nasty preparation, which, yeah, she may totally forget about. But I guess we're about to find out very soon. The thing is, she probably sort of considered what happens in view of DC, but these type of endgames are always fine for black with the bishop pair. I think even black can start playing for a win. It's pretty funny how Dina is looking at the position. Looks like the water bottle was kind of staying in the way. No, I think she's looking because she noticed the King's Indian. I think she plays King's Indian too. Maybe she was a little bit jealous on the King's Indian opening. Can't really say. Not sure who Dina is playing against. But yeah. Anyways, we got some real action here. And indeed that seems to be Sabina Foysher in the background now that I can see her semi-properly. Okay, big moment. C5. Should I tell you guys what's the prep in case of D5? I'm curious what would you play? What do you guys think is the best move here? Because D5 is known to be the most critical response for white. Like, this is still theory, and it is very important that Andrea did not rush to castle. Specifically for a reason, which I'm not sure I want to say yet. It's always theory? No, it's not. Okay, Queen A5 is tempting, but it's not the move. Okay, King D7. Somebody is close. Somebody is close, but not in this position. G4. The problem with G4 is that you're giving this knight a very nice square on H4. So they say knights on the edge are bad. Well, this is hard, bro, because this one is pretty good. It's pretty good because it's stopping, controlling F5 square, bishop D3, queen C2, and the horse will have a very nice stable on that square. Yeah, bishop takes on C3 is the best move here. I'm gonna give you that. But not sure if the kid is gonna allow it, because he can also play endgame. He can also just play more of a chicken move, like bishop E2. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but you guys seem to have some elaborate discussion over there. I have to say it is pretty difficult to comprehend. But it is classical chess. I think classical chess is pretty cool, especially when you know how to play it. I think that's also important. You know, there is this saying, like let's say one of my coach used to have about one of my colleagues. He was referring to him as, let's say, if my colleague had to be, let's say, trapped inside an empty room with a chess book, instead of reading the book, he's more likely to strip naked and then just start defending his clothes, other than reading the chess book. So this is usually how it goes with talented people. It's like they got a good gift, but not so motivated to work on it. You guys can understand that. It's more of like a Romanian saying, so it may not make that much sense in English, I agree. But I hope some of you may get it at least. Is that Dina next to her? Yes, it is. She is, sometimes giving questionable looks to her position. We can agree on that. I like that Andre is up on the clock and on time as well. Yes. The coffee indeed. Probably. Is that a Starbucks? Doesn't seem to be a Starbucks. Seems to be some kind of, I don't know, normal coffee that you get. Alright, guys. Now, I'm actually going to bring my coffee in a second. Alright, guys. I got this beauty again. Just take a look. You can't really see it due to reflection, but now we can talk chess. Yes, it's a cappuccino. That's right. So, the thing with this tournament is that it is below 2100, the one that Andrea is participating in. But there's also an open section. So, yeah, it's like you can participate in any section, even if, let's say, you are below 2100. But I think, well, it was more appropriate for, I don't know, for her to play in this event since she's pretty comfortable against these players, it seems. Wait, what did that guy play? He just went queen d2, which is not the move, and I can probably assure you that she's completely out of book. Okay, queen d2. Not a bad move, but he's simply preparing a long castle. Strange. Okay, guys, so if you don't get what I mean with section, you can actually, look at the background. There are a lot of people playing. So, pretty much in like the same room. I assume there's like a big room. They're playing 3 different tournaments. That's what I'm saying. It's not like all of these people are competing for the same thing. That is pretty much the point. So, for example, take Dina. She's not playing in the same event as Andrea. I think that's important to know. Can you tell the camera person to move so we can watch Dina's game? Villa! Come here, Villa! Where is Villa? He had too much rest. Villa, wake up! No, I'm just kidding. I think this is the best camera angle. They like worked on it for quite a little bit. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how Black is supposed to be dealing with this Queen to D tier kind of move. It feels like one of those not very good moves, but in the same time, it is not very obvious how to play against it. I'm pretty sure maybe Computer would like to throw in G4 H5 and maybe say there could be this idea to win the Queen. Like that's what I'm thinking of. Like say maybe G4 first. I'm just assuming this is a candidate move. I'm not sure it's good. But the point could be that Long Castle is no longer good because of this. Oh, but hey, White can play F4, right? And there is nothing. Wait, but why the bar is saying Black is completely winning? Black to play and win. Come on, guys, you got this. Let's see if you can find it in the chat. It is indeed en passant. Bam. Not easy to see all the way though. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if she finds it just by the way of how well she played in the morning. She just wiped out the floor with her opponent in that morning game. So she got the first like 10 moves, right? Meaning her position is pretty good. Now it's up to just kind of find something constructive to do for your pieces. Still not easy though. It's kind of like a weird position where your king can be a bit weak. The good news is that, well, White doesn't have a dark square bishop, meaning it's gonna be hard to checkmate. But yeah, guys, it's a pity because in case White would have played the most standard move d5, there was potentially this idea to be played, which is the new way of treating this position. The king is apparently very safe on c7, and kind of no matter how White plays this, you can then go queen g8, queen g7, fix these pawns. Yeah, like knight d7, knight f6 or e5, I can't remember. And Black is just very solid. But of course, we get none of that. So game position seems to be this one. But if she finds g4, that is probably the best move. I guess the trick is that if you play knight c6 d5, allowing this knight trade isn't really to our advantage because f4 is gonna hit the bishop with tempo. At least that's my feeling. So yeah. Time situation. I guess they're about even. I can't really see. But I believe it's that kind of critical moment of the game where she's gonna spend a little bit more time and then blitz out like the next few moves. Very important. Okay, my bet is that she's gonna be playing g4 and g4 on the board, as I say it. G4 on the board. She also gave him a little look. Did you guys see that? You liked my g4 move, didn't you? To be honest, it was more of a bang. Okay, down on time, but as long as she keeps playing the best move, I don't really care what the time situation is. Like, that's the thing with this classical games. If you have, let's say, 10 minutes left on the clock and you have a technical possession, it's nothing special. But yeah, g4 does look very good. The guy just has to play knight h4. And then, yeah, I mean, h5 or takes, both are pretty good. But it was great decision that she realized we are supposed to distrap this knight. Now, he's kind of stuck here. And the whole point of castling long doesn't seem to be working. I wonder, actually, let's say we play cd and then h5, right? Something like this. Can white by any chance go short? Like bishop to d3 is not a move because of this, and yeah, if bishop e2, I don't know, this could maybe playable. Like knight c6, probably d5, knight d5 or d4. Maybe knight d4 makes more sense to hit the bishop. It can get tricky. But if knight e5, let's say castle, still not an easy position to play. It's very complicated. Can't really tell for sure. I think white will have to go for this since castling long all of a sudden seems very risky. Yeah, there's also this sort of bishop f6 type of move, but as long as, you know, the rook safely defends that and the pawn as well, you don't really achieve much with that. And also, this is one of your most important pieces, guys. This is, you know, kind of holding your position together. If you trade, let's say, this bishop for a knight at the wrong time, it's like, you know, your whole position can collapse like a house of cards. So, gotta be very careful with that. Yes, guys. So, Dina is playing next to her. It's just that, yeah, I don't think it's like same event. So, I think they're specifically placed like that so they can be on camera. I think that's I know. I guess that's a setup, but we'll see. What do I know? Maybe they just got there twice in a row. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, her opponent, for somebody that is this young, he definitely takes his time. I think if I was that age, I would probably play everything in like a second, which is, you know, very typical for kids. But also, I don't know, kids nowadays are just built differently, you know? They are wired differently. It's the TikTok meta, I think. I don't know. Black pawn to e5. Well, let's say if you play this position and then you follow it up with e5, it's like you're pretty much shooting your bishop in the foot, I would say. After like dc, queen d8, then you know your bishop is no longer that happy. So I don't think e5 is a good move. Dina having a quick snack while opponent is thinking. I'm not super sure about that. But wait, there's no way he just played knight g1. That one I was not expecting. The kid played knight g1. Okay, I think she's officially out of any danger of losing this game. Although that may be a little bit of a rash decision. The kid may try to actually read out his knight, but it's like kind of slow. Maybe knight g1 not that bad. Okay, you know what, guys? I take it back. Knight g1 just looks horrific. But on the other hand, you know, still, if white gets to park the horse on f4, maybe knight h5 could be a little bit annoying. Now the question is, do you throw in cd4 before you push? That's pretty much the biggest thing. If you play knight g1 and it's best, you're lost. Old Soviet chess. No, I think you can definitely take time to reroute. It's just that, okay, she played cd4. She played it pretty quick. Big decisions. I think a good move, honestly. I wonder what's the follow-up. Probably it's gonna be knight c6 if I had to guess, just because that's coming with a tempo and you sort of provoke white in playing knight e2 and then locking the bishop. Is he reading some other chat? Wait, am I reading the wrong chat? What do you mean? Come on, guys. Am I really that bad at reading this chat? I'm more of a YouTuber. Okay, go easy on me. I'm a small streamer. Wait, I'm hearing I'm hearing okay. I know what's been going on. We've been getting some alerts. I told you guys about that in the first stream in case you've been here. I think what's been going on is that I have the alerts to my YouTube channel that show up on their stream because we are using my setup, which is kind of weird and messed up, but whenever you hear any weird sound, just ignore it, okay? It's not someone trying to break in your house, I promise. You can just ignore it. Yeah, it's aliens. We had some paranormal activity in the first stream, but camera's been looking pretty juicy today, I have to say. Well, actually it's the same day, but in this round specifically. And we have ED being played. I'm expecting Andrea to play knight c6 pretty quickly. How many days in the tournament? So I think it's only gonna be taking place tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna be streaming tomorrow as well, unless I get fired. So technically, I was supposed to stream tomorrow, but I don't know. I don't know if Vila is going to fire me or not. To be honest, so far the stream has been looking pretty slick. No more technical problems. I think this is pretty good. As long as the position on the board is good, that's all that matters. And we have knight c6 on the board, attacking the d4 pawn. Okay. Wait, he just adjusted her knight? That was kind of weird. He readjusted the knight. Interesting. He gave a pat to the horsey. Yes. Yeah. The thing is, White pretty much has a difficult decision already. And I think this is potentially the first time White can go wrong, because it's not easy to figure out that you have to play 92 in order to keep the balance. It's like very unnatural to block your bishop like that. It's not a typical idea for this opening as well, so I think White is gonna be tempted to push. But then, yeah, I very much like Black's position since it's not easy for White to develop. Like keeping the bishop blocks the knight, and bishop d3 you can always win the bishop pair if you want to. Plus bishop d7, rook c8, queen a5, lots of activity, and yeah. These are natural moves that she could easily come up with, which is even nicer. Sexy idea, by the way, queen b6. Threatening this. Now, this can actually go really wrong for White really quickly. If d5 on the board, I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah. Definitely enjoying this one as a King is Indian player. Not as interesting as if we would have gotten that bishop c3, king d7 stuff. But okay, got some bad news. The kid found the best move. Damn it. 92, pretty good. 92 just played. That's a pretty good move. I am betting that she will play bishop f5. What do you guys predict? Come on, Aaron, you gotta stop playing good moves. You can start playing good moves in the next round and the rest of the tournament. Why he's playing so well? He's sitting here playing a long chess game. Imagine how many Fortnite games he could have played in this time. Anyways, I bet on bishop to f5. I think Andrea should have played the London system. It's hard to play the London system with black. And also the problem with the London system is that you cannot really play the Evans gambit after that, so... Oh, bishop f5 on the board. Come on, guys. Give the commentator some credits. How many moves should I still be guessing for you? What are you guys doing? You're not saying any moves in the chat. Yes, Double J Red. Andrea did win the first game and she won it in style. Okay. I said it already. The kid who showed up for the first round just got demolished. He just got hit by a charging bull. But it wasn't a bull, it was just Andrea Botez wearing lipstick. So that was just a huge win. 98% win rate. Win rate? I meant to say accuracy. I don't really know what the heck am I talking about, but you guys get it. You guys get it. Okay, to be honest, I can guess black's moves. It is just not so easy to guess what white is gonna be doing. Can we try to guess a move for white? Okay, I have to say, this is pretty much a very weird position because the computer thinks the only move to keep equality for white is knight d5. But I'm telling you, there is actually no way on earth that white is going to be playing knight d5 in that position, okay? If he plays knight d5, I'm closing the stream. Are you guys ready? If we get knight d5 on the board, I'm leaving, okay? I'm going to go for a run until the game is over. Who thinks it's going to play knight d5? I just don't think knight d5 will be on the board. I can bet with you that he either plays d5 or long castle. Probably d5. But d5 is already like really bad. So he probably is gonna long castle. Maybe by elimination he can find knight d5. But imagine you have an only move as white to like not be worse. Rook h5, but rook h5 is that, I mean, I can play bishop g6 and just we go like that. I keep improving. Your rook is pointless. I am clever. You are stupid. Okay? It just works like that. You're doing nothing. Yeah, I don't think he'll find 95. He probably is trying to make a long castle work. That may be it. Knight is such an easy and obvious move. I'm sorry, Ineptech. That was not very obvious to me after playing chess for more than a decade, but hey, that is also maybe the reason why I'm just an IM. Oh, I forgot to add my name tag. Let me take care of that in a second. You guys don't know who I am? I need to have my name on the screen. You know how they say you gotta work until you don't have to introduce yourself? I'll have to introduce myself here. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay. Technical stuff. All right. Now we're talking. Now we're speaking. All right. Now you know who I am. So you gotta think twice before questioning my moves. Is this Tata Steel? It is Tata Steel from Wish, yes. In a parallel universe. Is he thinking about a3? He could, but it's like a slow move. And a3, just imagine even knight a5 becomes kind of a candidate. Like, how are you gonna stop knight b3? That's pretty ridiculous. White is already on the defense, which is, you know, not something that you'd expect in a 1d4 game on move 13, but the opening pace has gone pretty well. I'm like feeling pretty proud about this because I know she has been reviewing this King's Indian line. The problem with the King's Indian though, it's a little bit like, you know, you gotta go to med school. And the problem is once you finish med school, you may need to study it again. Like so many things they can play against it. If you're a beginner and you think that, okay, by doing this, you're playing an easy opening just because you can get castled, you're probably being scammed. This is everything but an easy opening. just because of how many setups white can choose from. Okay, what is the game? I'm getting lost in my own sauce. Wait. So this is the position, and white definitely pausing for a little bit. We can definitely say that Andre's been kind of more zoned into this one, or at least just she's just trying to think because the position's kind of new. In the first round, we could definitely see her walking more often. Long castle or d5. Yeah, so that's what I've been saying, but d5 loses immediately due to knight b4. Okay, guys, ignore the weird sounds. I'm just getting all these YouTube subs that keep, I don't know, sending me notifications. So apologies for that. I tried to get rid of the alert box, but okay, let me like remove it from there. Okay. No messages from Villa, which means we can keep going with the stream. What is Villa doing? Villa! He's been resting for too much already. Does the average Botez fan have a name? Okay, guys, I'm curious. This stream is not really about me, but what would you name me if I was your kid? If let's say you had to say goodbye to me, what would you name me? Michael? Gambit. I'd take that. The kid Gambit. I see. Maybe asking was not such a good idea after all. Philip? That London guy. Bob. I'll take Bob. Like, in the whole universe, I feel like Bob is my favorite name. Because whenever you're saying Bob, you can kind of picture somebody who looks like Bob, you know? It's. You're expecting like a pretty average dude that's like, you know? You could probably find him in your local gas station. I think among all of these, I would be a Bob. Okay, what is Aaron Wang up to? He's been thinking for a little bit. What's so good about knight g5? Well, the thing with knight b4 is that it's not only threatening the fork, but it's also threatening knight d3. So it's actually a double attack. That is why it's so scary. And I think if you play a3, you're already in trouble. Like, as I already said, you know, if you have to play knight c1, what are you doing with your life? You know, rook c8, I'm already ready to attack, and you're just trying to hold things together. You know, imagine there could be queen b6, knocking at this door again. I think you're just resigning. And the problem is that a3 is kind of like screaming that you're weakening the b3 square in the same time. It's like you play a3, and while you're still holding that a pawn, your opponent's kind of staring you down, sort of wondering about it. I feel like when you play a3, it kind of jumps immediately to mind that there is knight a5 idea. I don't know. I could be going crazy. Maybe it's not so obvious, but it just feels like, you know, you cannot really be playing chess like that as white, having no development and making pawn moves. Yo, we got a raid from I Am Rosen. Appreciate that, Eric. Welcome all the raiders. Currently, we're doing a little bit of commentary related to... Oh, Castle Long on the board as the raiders came. White made a move. Castle long it was. And okay, position now. Pretty complicated, but in a nutshell, what is going on? We're doing commentary over Andrea's game in Charlotte. She's playing against Aaron Wang. Just a pretty talented youngster. Higher rated than probably you will ever be. He's 1600. 1900 USCF actually. And we started with a King's Indian. And this is the position that we have so far. Did you guys have a good stream? You're feeling good? Did you manage to stalemate anybody, or what are you guys up to? All the Eric Rosen boys. Thank you for the raid, Eric, once again. Very much appreciate that. It was tiring but fun. I saw you were playing some titled arena. These are always tough, man. It's like Title Tuesday, but you know. It's like Title Tuesday, but you never know who you're playing against. It's weird. A few stalemates. Appreciate that, Eric. Take your well-deserved rest. We're just gonna be, continuing our journey to becoming higher rated than 2000 USCF. Do you guys got updated with that? I'm pretty sure Andrea must have broken 2000 USCF with the morning game, but I'm not sure. Villa! Where is Villa when you need him? When you need some good information, you gotta scream after Villa. I've been told they have a contract that you're not allowed to let Villa rest for more than 5 minutes. I've been told we should always keep in touch. I'm just kidding, obviously. I like Villa. I even met Villa without knowing he was Villa. Wait a second, I am making a mess with the stream. Okay, so long castle now. Black needs to find the move. I am supposed to guess the white move. I meant to say black's move. What do you guys think Andrea will play? Not an easy guess. To be honest, if it's me, I'd say she probably plays h5 just to have this kind of additional sort of idea. This is actually pretty crazy how strong the bishops can be. Knight b4 I quite like, it's just that it doesn't come with the threat. Queen a5 interesting too. Dina wants to play both games? I see. I'm not like... It's kind of hard to keep an eye both on the cameras and on the chat. That's why you may be catching me looking sideways and a little bit confused, but you guys always have some funny comments in the chat, and then yeah, I'm afraid I miss what you're referring to. Yes, that is Sabina next to Dina, indeed. How did Andrea do this morning? She won her game by playing probably the best game of her life. She got a 98 accuracy against a pretty strong Indian kid. So, yeah, that was pretty nice. Therefore, she's playing this round, okay? It was not scheduled to play the second round of this day. But I guess she just felt so fulfilled that she's enjoying the games. She's feeling in the zone. She's got some... she's got something inside her that really wants to go out. Okay. We saw the beast unleashed in the first round. Looking pretty good in this game so far. as well. Yeah, to be honest, what I've been kind of eyeballing is Queen A5, Knight B4. And let's say like a nice pattern that I wanted to show you. Let's say D5, okay? It's a bad move, but just to show an idea, you could potentially go Queen A2 next, which may be unnecessary but pretty funny. Like Knight D4 and, okay, let's say Queen A2. It's not a good move, but it's highlighting a pretty nice little pattern that the king can be mated easily. So, because of that, just feels like Black's king is vulnerable. Still, I'm betting between H5 and Rook C8. I'm not sure which move she'll eventually play, but I probably guess she's gonna go H5. It's either H5 or Rook C8. By the way, I already told you guys that I'm closing the stream in case the kid played 95 in that position. Turns out I'm still here. Should we make another bet? I'm betting on H5, and by the way she's looking at the board, she's definitely playing H5. I can tell you that. She's ready to play it. Oh, never mind. There it is. Queen A5, the move that I was guessing. The problem is that White is having a pretty annoying move, which is not an easy find, but is a pretty annoying move. Okay, if the kid finds this, we're gonna be in a bit of a difficult position. Just a little bit of a difficult position. Yep. Somebody spotted this in the chat. That's why it was actually so critical to have H5, because now this becomes a thing. And all of a sudden, we have something to be worried about. That's pretty rough. And it's the kind of move that you'll find as white out of necessity. It's just hard to play really anything else. And so he'll probably play Rook H5. It's also the kind of move that kids are pretty good at finding. It's a weird but good move. Filling the pin. Not an easy find. Not an easy find, but I think he's like 65% chance of finding it. That would be my guess. That would be, you know, just an educated guess. Because what else can he really play? It's not like he plays f3, right? Like, it's a position you're running out of moves as white, but Rook H5 is the only kind of useful thing you can play. Okay, Rook H5, you'll have to probably play E6 to guard the bishop. But then the only annoying thing could be D5. However, are you so sure you're not getting mated with Knight B4? Like, you gotta play DE6. I don't know, man. Is this like so clear? Gotta do queen check, and then you gotta do rook f5 only move. Maybe not so intuitive. I'm going a little bit deep down the rabbit hole, but I'm trying to understand the position. Okay, this is kind of double-edged, I would say. Down an exchange, but not clear. Yeah, this is the position on the board, guys. We're just analyzing the best move for white, rook h5. This is the line that all the mess started with. Rook h5, e6, and then not clear if d5 is actually problematic. Maybe you can just play bishop g6. I quite like this idea. So saying, okay, forcing white to go dc. Then you can take rook, I guess, like this. This position's pretty messy, but I don't know what to say. Maybe rook h5 not so clear at the end of the day. It's easy, like if you see it with the computer, but rook h5, e6. Yeah, not clear at all. Especially after this d5, bishop g6. Because if you just go rook back, okay, you're toasted. Knight b4. a3, you're losing to this. So you know what? I'm no longer that concerned about rook h5, copium. I think rook h5 is all good. I think we're doing well. Alright guys, I'm getting outnumbered by the COVID talk. I don't know what you guys are talking about in the chat, but is that how you guys do small talk? Do you ever, like, let's say, meet a girl at the grocery store and you just like randomly ask what she was up to during COVID? Imagine you meet somebody for the first time and because you panic and run out of ideas, you ask them if they ever had COVID. I'm sure you guys wouldn't do that ever, right? I'm sure nobody in the chat has ever done that. All right, Mr. Aaron, looking at something. Not sure exactly at what, but definitely thinking. Probably either thinking of rook h5 or thinking about what legendary to upgrade next on Clash Royale. Probably one of these two. Can't really say for sure which one it is. Seems a little agitated. He's close to upgrade that Lava Hound. Maybe you guys know what I'm talking about. He sees rook h5. Yeah, I think he's maybe looking at it, but on the other hand, he may second guess himself. Like rook h5, e6, maybe he's looking knight e4 as a move, or knight b5. Like say you play knight e4 in this position, then it's just queen trade. Knight b5, similarly, you can queen trade. So let's say like a position like this, he may very well be eyeballing. He may be trying to calculate something like this, but let's say king castle, rook d8. Not clear what to play here exactly. Even king e7 is kind of nice. This endgame, I think she's doing well. Imagine you play rook c8, a6, you're pretty much just better with the bishop pair in the endgame. Yeah, I think rook h5, e6, knight b5 is perhaps what he may be going for. But I'm not sure. Is this live? Man, somebody from YouTube made it to Twitch. You can see them from the distance. I get it all the time when I'm streaming on YouTube, but I thought it's not very common for Twitch. Imagine losing to a 10-year-old kid. I'd give up just right away. I'd think it's not my career anymore. Man, 10-year-olds are pretty strong these days. Like, not every single one of them, but for example, there are a few kids that are like 3,000 blitz at 12. So I don't think you necessarily need to change the career, but yeah, I guess just, I don't know, be aware and try to be safe. Try to be safe. Wear an armor while you're playing them. You also have time to focus mostly on chess. That is right. Lots of time to focus on chess, and especially what made the chess improvement much more, let's say, handy, especially for newbies. Okay, rook h5, and he slams the clock. And Andrea is a little bit surprised. He played rook h5 confidently, and he banged the clock. That was a bit, unnecessary, the clock banging, but you know, you can definitely feel that Andre is a little bit like, okay, maybe it was a bit unnecessary to allow this. But yeah, I was about to just start a rant about why it's so much easier to improve as a kid nowadays, but I guess we got a little bit caught in the action. Also, you can see the homies just having a look from behind. Yeah, no. Okay, it's good that she's thinking. She needs to spend a little bit of time on this position. However, I do believe that e6, it's kind of like a forced move to be playing. Rook h5 Pog. Yo, what are you rooting for, Chessweeb? We may have gotten a mole in the chat. Chessweeb, Chessweeb rooting for white? Mods, we need a timeout. Guys, I'm reading all the messages, especially by guys that I can recognize. Yo, thank you for the prime, no birds. We appreciate that. That is very kind of you to support the stream. All the primes are very much appreciated. Okay, so now perhaps I can get back to my rant about why it's, let's say, not necessarily easier, but possible to become very strong as a kid. Like, let's say, get a GM title, let's say, until you become like 15 years of age. It's just about how technology developed. And it's not going to be, like a rant about AI and how we're going to get conquered in the next 10 years by ChatGPT. Although we may very well get to see that. However, what I'm trying to get with this is that the engines have gotten so strong to the point that, I think opening theory, from what it is nowadays, it's pretty much going to be the same in like 10 years. I don't see chess really developing. It's just more of like, the meta is changing, like the trends are changing. Back in my days when I was growing up, okay, like 10 years ago, let's say I was like 14, I think at the time computers sort of hit their peak, maybe, but not like, it wasn't super common that people would use supercomputers and all that. They weren't very, accessible. So you could still like beat people from the opening, which is very difficult now. So yeah, the thing is, nowadays you can just pretty much get yourself an opening repertoire when you're like, I don't know, 5, and you can play it for the rest of your life. Okay, you start learning it. Let's say you get started at 5. Maybe at 10 years of age, you already know your repertoire pretty well. So you can play that forever. Just the tactics, and because you already, have opening theory at its peak. There you go. That was my little rant about why kids can reach higher ratings these days. Hopefully that made any sense. Probably not. Anyways, is that still in Netherlands? Yes, it is. Yeah, not very thrilled about Rook H5 on the board, but I also kind of expect her to play E6 in the near future, so not really too concerned about that. Bishop F6, Bishop G5. I don't really see what you accomplish with that, since Knight F4, it's, a thing, and you're pretty much misplacing the bishop on G5. I feel like the bishop could be pretty, oops. That was a drunk diagonal. The bishop could be pretty useful on this diagonal. The kid is, I think, playing okay speed. I don't find him necessarily fast or anything. I think he's playing normal so far. Okay, after the bishop f6, there is rook h6 as a move as well. But maybe that's not the pawn that I'm really the most concerned about, I was just trying to talk about a move suggested in the chat. Yes, bishop g6. There is a little problem. Okay, the kid got dressed. Look at that. He got his Versace hoodie on. That's pretty stylish. Slay Aaron. He's got the swag going. That's right. That is pretty swaggy. He dressed to impress. Indeed. That's a W jacket. We're gonna give him that. Still, I have to say, little bit questionable behavior from the kid from banging the clock while playing Rook H5, but I'll assume it wasn't really that loud. Aaron Swang. It is Aaron Swang indeed. That's a good one. Yeah, thinking. To be honest, there are many moves. You could play Rook C8 as well. Since D5, I could trick you. That's actually pretty clever. If she plays Rook C8, wait, maybe Rook C8 is actually not so good at all because of F3. You take, there's G4 coming. Some messy lines though. I cannot really figure them out, and the chess.com computer, it's kind of weak. I would play e6 though, from like a human perspective. It's just kind of terrifying to not defend this bishop. Yes, guys, so for those of you that are a little bit confused on the live footage, let's say, you can see that White's time is ticking. Well, that is because the chessboard is delayed for 15 minutes. So You know, because I'm such a nice guy, I am keeping you updated in real time. But otherwise, if you had to watch these games by yourself, you'd have them 15 minutes delayed. So there is that. Give the commentator some props for that. No? Okay. All right. Fine, I guess. You guys are very picky. I see. What is the reason for delay? I think it's just becoming the norm these days. So, uh, I don't know. I think it's normal to have delay, especially you know with all the recent kind of events. Um, how is delay ever going to hurt in classical chess, especially? I don't think it does. Dina looks a little bit fired up in the background. I think you guys can see. Who made her so upset? What is happening over Dina's board? Are the clocks reversed? No, they are not reversed. I just explained it a second ago. It's a delay, guys, between the clocks and the position. Bro, why is Dina so serious? It's like she's like unintentionally having that look. She's just casually taking a look right now. That is something. Imagine that's how everybody is looking like in Romanian traffic. If you ever, you know, need to drive your car and you want to turn right, you ask the other driver. That's usually the look that you're getting. All right. Seems like we're going back to normal. They play with 1 hour timing. Yes, it's called classical chess, aka only big brain people can handle it. I wonder how much time she's been taking on this decision. Probably close to like 10 minutes. She's probably double checking e6, d5. Kind of like an important moment. What if the 1 hour runs out? Well, you're just dead. That's it. You're just staring into silence forever. That's what happens if that hour goes by. Somebody had to say it. Yes, you get forfeit in real life if you lose a game at time in chess. That is right. I love your guys' perspicacity. How are you guys so elevated? I wonder what the average IQ of this chat is. We should make a poll. Villa! Where is Villa? I should have done my homework before joining. 69. Okay. We got 3 people that are 12. I got it. Guys, I get it. I get it. Okay, you're 12. You don't need to say it. You can hide there. Type a random number. It's too obvious. Okay? Okay, guys, now I got a question for you. Which one do you think is trickier to do? Let's say... Wait a second. Dina is giving those looks again. That is too entertaining not to watch. Okay, never mind. She calmed down. What do you guys think it's harder? Is it harder to reach 1500 blitz in chess? Or to solve a Rubik's Cube? I'm asking because I don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. And okay, she played Rook C8. Setting up a big trap. I love this move. I actually love her move. Because the kid may genuinely play D5. Thinking that the streamer has blundered. However, the streamer has a plan. And the plan is brilliant. Come on, kid. Play D5 and smash the clock. He's gonna play D5 and he's gonna bang the clock. I know my kids. Look at him. He just thinks he won. He's getting so excited. But D5 is a losing move. I hope he plays it. Nothing personal with Mr. Aaron Wang. But, you know. I gotta defend my student. Okay, it looks like he's kind of calming down a little bit. He's trying to calculate D5, knight B4. He's literally looking rook F5, knight A2. And he just sees that there's nothing going on. So he may play D5. He may play D5 just because he thinks she's definitely playing knight B4. Like, that's genuinely the only thing that he may be calculating. Because it's very difficult to spot bishop G6. And you're cooked. Suddenly, just dead lost. So instead of D5, he needs to like really play Queen F4 or F3. These are better moves. But yeah, I don't like that this kid has patience. I don't like that, you know, he got excited and now he's slowing down. That's pretty impressive of the kid. If I was his age, I would have probably played D5 already. I used to have this very bad habit of playing a bad move quickly and then spending all my time when the position is already lost. Does that sound any familiar? I wonder. Okay, somebody in the chat is asking, what is my rating? What do you guys think the commentator's rating is? And by that, I mean, what do you guys think my rating is? 900? 1200? That's pretty accurate. I wonder, what would you rate my analysis? 69. Yes, my rating is 69. Rating and number of brain cells combined, 69. Okay, guys, you know it. Some of you guess it, but you had to make a guess like you didn't know. Okay? You need to think backwards. Let's act like we're just meeting. Okay? You have to act a little bit like it's first time you're seeing me. Okay? I'm just like a guy. Let's say that's trying to look smart playing chess. Let's say you see me. And like a little bit depressed. Like not GM level depressed, but you see that I'm a little bit depressed. What is my rating? All right. Let's focus back on the chess. That's a good one. Hi, nice to meet you. Have you ever had COVID? All right, guys. Now, next time you meet somebody and let's say you freak out in the elevator, just ask them if they had COVID. Okay? You get things going from there. Okay? You get a new match on Tinder, ask them about COVID. It's very easy convo. Okay? You had COVID yourself or not, doesn't matter. Okay? If they say no and things get a little bit stuck, you want to ask about their family. Did your family had COVID? Take it from there. Easy. Okay, it's you never want to be stuck in situations like that. Hey, thank you for the raid, Zveta stream. Big shout out. Villa. We need somebody to give a shout out to Zveta stream. One of the best streamers out there. Zveta stream. Thank you for the shout out. Whoever did it. Hope you had a good stream and some good games. And good fun with your chat. Welcome everybody. We are just doing commentary over Andrea's game, which is over the board, taking place in Charlotte, or Charlotte, because I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, don't judge me. I've never been to the US. So, I don't know what the pronunciation really is, but we are playing a game. She won her first round with like a marvelous performance, just perfect game, 98% accuracy. I don't know if you ever got 98% accuracy. So that was very good. Now we are just facing Mr. Aaron Wang, who is pretty dripped out. Like he's got the swag going. Probably if you ask him, Firuzia is like his favorite top grandmaster. Mr. Aaron Swang here. He's got a swag going. W jacket. He's looking pretty good. He found Rook H5, banged the clock, and pretty much here we are. Andrea played the Rook C8 move. He got very excited for a second, thinking that D5 wins a piece on the spot. However, he kind of calmed down. We can praise the young man, as much as I hate to do it. He calmed down and didn't play D5, as he initially had the reflex to. And he's probably gonna find a better move. Point is, D5 looks like it's winning a piece. You know, because if you move the knight, there's no attack. White could have just taken. But then, okay, the point is Andrea had a trick. Yes. Let me make the assumption that she didn't blunder this move, okay? I think judging by the accuracy level of the morning game, I'm pretty sure that she may have seen this in advance. So, point was to just move the bishop and then go knight b4 and black is completely winning. But no, he's thinking in this position, so yeah, here we are. Welcome Zveta stream viewers. Hope you're doing well. We were already having a great fun before you came in, so even nicer that we're getting all the raids. What is up with this though? We're getting all the raids. Are the Botez girls paying all the other chess streamers to get raids? Or is it just mutual respect? What is going on? Kind of nice to get all the raids. Read the pinned comment? Yes. Lovely commentator. I wonder who that is. I'm pretty sure it's not Villa who made that. Okay, it's Sefer. Sefer W mod. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is the second kid Andrea is playing against. She did pretty well in the first game. It's just that right now this game's looking a little bit double-edged. Okay, I don't know how Andrea is feeling, to be honest. Like, The position is kind of double-edged, so she's just kind of like zoned in. Otherwise, I'd like to see her walking more. It's kind of nice to walk in classical chess. It, let's say, it allows your brain to kind of refresh and you don't get like super exhausted. I don't think she has walked like at all, which is very rare. I normally walk all the time. Okay, there she is, listening to the advice. Nice. All right, guys. I swear that I'm not spoon feeding her engine moves. That's not what's been happening. All right. She listened. Okay, guys. You know what? Now that she left, I'm also gonna take a small break. Now I'm gonna be right back in a minute, and I'm gonna let all the conspiracy theories go on. All right. New chess drama incoming. All right. Be right back. All right, guys. Now I expect the game to go pretty smooth. What have you guys been up to? Just banning people in chat? Just another day at the office. I feel like Vila is so busy this whole time. I just, imagine he is trying to just moderate the chat, be nice, all that. He has the stream kind of plugged in the background, and suddenly he can hear a crazy guy screaming, Vila! And then he gets all fired up. Oh man. Hey, it's hard to be perfect. Okay? I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not perfect. I have my own flaws. All right. Did a small adjustment to the layout, and that's pretty much it. So you guys said it's easier to do a Rubik cube or to get 1500 in chess. I didn't remember your answer. I know somebody said solving a Rubik cube is pretty much just remembering two algorithms. Could be. Yes, that is me. The great I am Alex Banzea, also known as Average Botez fan. It is pretty accurate. Okay, so chat said 1500 is harder. To be honest, if you're 1500 in Blitz, you're probably better than 95% of player pool. So that's quite a lot. You can learn the cube in one afternoon? Really? Is it really that simple if you learn it properly? I feel like you're cheating though if you wanna watch some tutorial. If you're like for real, it's you and the cube. You stare at the cube, do whatever with it until you solve it. I think that's how you need to approach the situation. It's funny that, many well-known grandmasters, maybe more so in the past, have claimed that they never read any chess books or that they never received any chess coaching. And, they just learned with the board, just sitting at the board, kind of, staring at the pieces of wood and then like AI, just learning from playing many games. It's actually, I know some cases from Romania at least. Guys that usually claim that have like 3 different coaches. I learned by watching Banzer videos. Come on, Joe Brune. That's an easy lie detected. Hands up, I got the detector here. Okay? It's beeping hella loud. I got to 2000 without even learning the rules. Imagine if you like actually learn the en passant. That would have been some next level Magnus Carlsen type of thing. Okay, so what you guys can see on the screen, these are pretty much their FIDE ratings. So the FIDE rating is way smaller than the USCF, like that's the thing. Because both of these guys, USCF, it's close to 2000, both Andrea and Mr. Aaron Swang. Damn it, he played f3, that's a good move, that's best move by Aaron Swang. This doesn't look very pretty. Can we just go knight b4 and hope for the best? Slide in with a queen. a3. Rook c4. Huh. Let's hope for this, because I don't know. She has to play knight b4. If she doesn't play knight b4, I feel like the position is lost. Not gonna lie, boys. It's a pretty tough position. This kid's got patience. At his age, they're usually pretty unstable emotionally, but this kid seems to be wired differently. I have to say, it's impressive how excited he got in the first place. Like, he just fought d5 wins a piece, and then he kind of calmed down, and 20 minutes later, he finds f3 best move. That was a good find by the kid. Okay, Andrea, the only thing is that she needs to find knight b4 and the game becomes double-edged. The thing is though, if you don't play knight before, you don't really have anything else to play for. Roses are red, violets are blue. There's always an Asian kid better than you. I don't think it has to do anything with being Asian though. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. Although, it's true that Asian people, especially, I think, have this kind of culture of being very talented for games in general. Like, for instance, you can take a look at the League of Legends scene. A lot of pro players from Korea. So, there is that. Asians have more discipline? Could be. Could be. I don't know. And just looking at the pieces, I'm just telling you what I see. He's got some. He's got some patience. Come on, Andrea. We need to find knight b4. She will probably find it, just because there's no other move in the position. She may also start by taking, but I have a feeling she will play knight b4. What do you guys think she'll play? Let's see some predictions in the chat. So, after knight b4 fg, we kind of... okay, we actually haven't analyzed this, but the point is to go queen a2. And the game becomes quite sharp. It's like, you cannot take the queen because of mate. That would be a nice YouTube recap. But, yeah, let's say white goes rook takes, which is more like appropriate. Then is rook c4 pinning. And okay, the point is black just wants to do something like castle, rook fc8. And then I'm pretty much attacking you with every single one of my pieces. So... okay, among other things, to be honest, there is just queen a1 threatening mate in 1. So forget about what I just said. Like queen a1 is a huge threat. It's just that I can always get my king to safety if I need it. But if Andrea finds this knight before queen a2 kind of idea, she's doing really good, because a3 rook c4 is good counterplay. Knight a2, knight c3 business. She's thinking about it, so sacking the queen, doing a Botez gambit is no small thing. Needs to be properly executed. What do I think about queen b6 and bishop d4? Well, the thing is, you gotta keep the bishop defended, so... by the way she has played in, all of her pieces are lined up for knight b4. It's only a question of whether she spotted queen takes on a2 or not. Because if you go down the rabbit hole simply going knight a2, then okay, this is not really gonna be anything. Like, this is no attack here. Rook c4, white is simply in time to block. Knight c3, you can check me, but yeah. After check, I can hide. And that's it. So instead, you gotta really consider, while this bishop is hanging, that you can actually sacrifice the queen. I don't know. If she finds queen a2, I think she's gonna win the game. If not, then the position is just very difficult. Knight before queen f4 could be a move, but you know, we're just getting we're getting something. Like knight a2, queen a2, you're taking that. I mean, okay, this is not easy, but rook c5 is an interesting move. I don't know about that. I don't know what to say if this is an easy find. Even this may not be enough, but it's counterplay. It's a pity that she didn't start with h5. h5 is just such a nice move to be playing. Giving yourself bishop h6 additional ideas while stopping rook h5. It's just that she simply didn't realize that queen a5, rook h5 is a move. She thought she's just killing him with knight b4 and this coming. But the problem is that after rook h5, if you do knight b4, there is simply, you know, queen f4 potentially. So she played the tricky rook c8. And now Aaron Swang found f3. And we need to find knight b4. If knight b4, then the game is pretty much open to all three results. So, yeah, that's all that I'm pretty much hoping for. The name is Aaron Wang. We're just saying that. It's an inside joke, okay? You gotta watch out to the stream because we already have this kind of inside jokes that I cannot explain every single time. Okay, good poll by the mod. Who is that? Who made that? Good poll. Hell yeah. I'm gonna give my vote. You guys can go ahead and vote in the poll if you think Andrea is gonna find knight b4 or not. Come on. Okay, I think she's about to play it. She is doing bing, bang, takes, bang, bing. Double checking. I can't believe that she's actually calculating out loud right now, but that seems to be going on. Okay, so we actually got more people voting that she'll find knight b4. That is a very supportive chat right here, I have to say. Okay, I see some of you are just tuning in. So first of all, the times are not synchronized because the digital boards have a little 15 minutes delay. And this all came from the King's Indian. So that's what we have. Okay, we got Justin Conclusive in the chat saying, I really like Andrea's... Wait, what is that word? Uno Stentios appearance today? Binoculars? Wait, what? What is that word? Unostentatious. What does that mean? Am I saying any slurs? Please don't. Am I gonna get cancelled for that? I just gave Justin the... I gave him the slack. I thought he's a member of the community. Maybe I'm just saying something stupid. Is that it? 5 years of doing YouTube, getting cancelled like that. By just inconclusive. Oh man. That's pretty rough. I gotta get the face surgery and start again from scratch. Actually, that may be pretty smart, you know? Like, with these big criminals, whenever they are running away from the cops, they need to get like a face surgery so they don't get recognized. Why aren't YouTubers that get cancelled doing the same? Start fresh, you know? That's why you may want to hire me as your PR manager, okay? Make sure to email me for that. Okay. All right. Uh, Andrea thinking with an interesting look to make it simpler. She does have a pretty clean looking outfit and cap. But I'm hoping for a pretty clean looking night before to come so that we can actually celebrate. Because we may actually get to see a queen sack. Maybe. We could also be just completely blundering it all, but we are about to find out. On the other hand, Dina in the background seems to be way more relaxed. She is definitely relaxed, kind of annoyed with Andrea's game for like a little bit already. She must be doing pretty good in her game, I guess. Is it true if Wang responds 2 seconds after she does night before? Well, first of all, Wang is not gonna play in 2 seconds after night before because he already showed very good composure and discipline, unlike most kids of his age, I would say. But even if he plays it in 2 seconds, it's not like, it's not disrespectful if you play a move quickly. Banging the clock could be a bit disrespectful, you know, especially if when you play a good move. If you bang the clock because you're lost, then it's somewhat understandable. But if you already have a good position, then I don't know. I don't really know, bro. At this rate, they have time for 3 more moves each. That is true. They have been playing pretty slow. On the other hand, not sure if you guys noticed, but they both came up with pretty interesting ideas. Okay? Like Andrea found a great rook c8 trap. Okay, rook c8, very tricky move. I would have just chickened out with e6 here, just playing it safe. She played rook c8, saying d5. Well, you think you tricked me, Mr. Swang, but I got bishop g6, and then I'm winning. That was the first moment. But then the kid really zoned in for like a 20 minutes and found the best move f3. And now if she finds knight b4, then the pace of the game will definitely speed up, okay? The next moves are gonna be a little bit more obvious. So yeah. Just waiting for that to be played. Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy that the kid also is able to just sit there at the board and not it does not walk away to enjoy games of his friends. That's also what I would do a lot as a kid. I would just walk away and watch whatever games. To be honest, sometimes I would even go this far to analyze other people's games, which is honestly disrespectful. You should never be doing that, okay? If you are playing a game of classical chess and your opponent is thinking, you should never, ever in this life nor universe go to other people that have finished their game and they are analyzing, join their analysis. That's like the worst. I don't even think that is, legal or something, but I used to do it as a kid all the time. Just, suggesting moves, all that. Back in the good old days. A long kibitzing tradition. You look like the type. Well, I have to say, nobody really gave me some like proper guide when I was a kid, so I just behaved like whatever. Okay. Um, it's not like the thing with me and my chess. It was a bit. Everything happened like a little bit randomly. Like my parents didn't do like a whole effort in like educating me on chess or stuff like that. They just sent me to a chess club and I got pretty good. So yeah, I was having some, let's say, odd behaviors, especially when I was like growing up, but it's typical kid stuff. So okay, when I started, let's say, interacting with more like stronger players, you tend to like behave well naturally, so to speak. I would play Sonic the Hedgehog at McDonald's on the GameCube when I was growing up. You mean like a Nintendo? I see. You were really spoiled. Imagine having a Nintendo as a kid. Okay, Andrea's still thinking. Yeah, she's not like entirely sure about giving up a piece, but on the other hand, she kind of has to give up a piece just because of how unpleasant this pain really is. They're just literally very annoying. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Could you like really go GF and then anything else? Like bishop f6 as somebody suggested? I don't really think that is a move of chess. What's the point? Even queen takes. I don't know. I think she's just preparing to go in. Oop. Yes, guys. The first game was a flawless victory. Okay, if you missed it, make sure to check it out. Okay? We don't have a link for that anymore, but that was just a marvelous display of Jabava London, I have to say. And I'm not like really exaggerating. She got like a rating of 98 accuracy for 22 moves. He can barely get over 90 for the first 5 moves. Imagine the struggle. It's even harder than solving a Rubik's Cube, I think. Especially if you don't use the stupid algorithm. Gotham already has a video up about game 1. Wait, does he really? I feel like you're trolling. That would be pretty cool though. I think it's a good game to have, but I don't think he has. I know he has a Dina game up on the channel, but I'd be really surprised if he does one with Andrea. I think there's a little bit of a silent beef ongoing. They got this kind of like chess boxing beef ongoing, you know? Yeah. I knew you guys are debating me. Just another normal day at the office, getting debated left and right. I get that. Okay, we got an interesting question in the chat. I'm 25. Can I still start studying chess and become a master? Well, that always depends on how much time do you have. Okay, like let's say if you don't have to work and you're just free to do whatever, if you dedicate your time to chess and you're like a pretty good learner, you can reach a master level in let's say between 3 to 5 years. I'd say that's an average estimation. So master level means like 2100 elo. not like GM. GM is you need to be born with the GM talents to be a GM. I don't think anybody can become a GM. Do you guys think everybody can become a GM? There's always this like ongoing debate whether any human could get it. It's funny because I was talking this with one GM, and his answer was kind of shockingly along those lines that okay, everybody could get to GM easily. Dude's like 25, 50, you know? He's like, everybody, you know, should be able to get to GM easily. I'm like, wait a minute, are you like shitting me right now? Are you for real? I don't really know. I think he was capping. I think, you know, I don't think that's true. Sure, it's not like impossible to get to GM, but there is some level of knowledge plus resilience required. So, okay, there's also this saying that I see in the chat that there are more billionaires than GMs and all that. But the thing is, you can pass the money to your son. You cannot pass the GM title to your girlfriend or stuff like that, or to your cousin. It doesn't go like that. So it's logical. As a rule of thumb, you need at least 10 years to get good in any subject. I see. What if my girlfriend is my cousin? Then you're probably gonna have a pretty awkward meeting on Thanksgiving. Okay? It's gonna be a pretty suspicious gathering. But I don't know. I never tried. Do you think Andrea is overthinking right now? Definitely yes. I don't think you should be spending more than 15 minutes on a move. Maybe 20 at best, but the problem is that she's no longer in full control. Like, it's kind of shocking and very annoying to be in the situation that she is in right now, because you have to understand that the kind of the way the game's been played, like the trend of the opening, she was playing very fast, she was playing confidently. This did not happen. They got to this position basically. The kid had to play knight g1, like awkward move. You know, you have to do something like this. As white, something has gone a little bit wrong. And then white yet again has to make a concession, locking the bishop, finds long castle, and it's a position like, you know, you never really feel like you're in any danger as black, and she just felt extra safe. She played queen a5, very natural, but rook h5, very precisely found by her opponent. Yeah, black is just in a little bit of trouble. The position becomes quite double-edged. You're walking on thin ice all of a sudden, while you know, one move ago it's like you have no worries whatsoever. You can play h5, you can go ahead, make a coffee, stuff like that. But she is diving deep in the position, so I'm just hoping that this is gonna be, you know, the time is being burned with some use. Pretty sure it is. So f3. The trickiest part with knight b4 is to actually consider queen a2, because if you think, oh, I go knight e2, you calculate, and then you notice not much going on, then, you know, you're less tempted to kind of analyze the variation. But if you, let's say, you can even consider rook c4, maybe something like this. Let's say rook f5 with tempo, queen a2, and then even this is somewhat tricky. It's better for white to take with this pawn to avoid the fork later. Like, problem is in such variation, there could be fork. So, for this reason, it's better to do gf and then queen a2. You can get this position pretty much like this. Oh wow, that's a nasty move. And then okay, you have to find rook d4 and play this position down a piece. How many pawns? Like 2 pawns only for the piece. Bit of activity. So she has played gf3 and then she's gonna do knight b4, I'm assuming. Now the kid is gonna play gf3 quickly because it's like genuinely the only move. And then she's gonna have to play knight b4. Expecting knight b4 next. Is she planning on timing out? This amount of time is irresponsible. No, she's just like having, let's say, a critical decision. She has to pretty much sack a piece by force and is just kind of trying to, let's say, absorb all the details. It is, let's say, a little bit overthinking, spending, let's say, 20 minutes instead of 10 or like 25, whatever the amount was. But okay, it's the kind of position where you have things to calculate. It's not like, you spend 25 minutes in a position where you can make a little improving move. It's actually really move by move stuff that can heavily impact the outcome of the game. So with time on the clock and increment, she's getting 30 seconds every single move. It's not like she's actually running the risk of timing out. So that's probably something that you guys are not taking under consideration. It's not like, she's got 16 minutes left and time's up. She's getting, I believe, 30 seconds each move. Is it 10? I actually don't know. Rila! Bro, I think it should be 30. Okay, it's probably 10, I guess, if that's on the website. I'm just used to like the European time control that always has the 30-second increment. I never had an increment of 10 seconds. That's honestly pretty weird. It's like you don't even have time to write down the move in 10 seconds. I feel like if I had to write something down, it would take me an eternity. The thing is, I haven't, Okay, she played bishop f6. Interesting idea. Computer likes it. I wasn't sure of it, but it's a good move. It's actually a good move. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. She played bishop to f6. It makes sense. It's a good move. It's like, sure, white is still better, just because queen a5 was bad, but it's actually a lucrative move. So what I was about to say is that I don't know how you guys feel like, but personally, just because I work at the computer, I haven't really written something in real life. Like, let's say you need to give a signature or something. I'm just basically, it's like, I don't know how to write or something like that. It's just ridiculous. My writing is just so ugly. It just looks like my IQ is room temperature, you know? I don't know if you guys experienced that. When I was back in school, my writing was not like amazing, but writing was like reasonable. Nowadays, if I have to write, it's like, oh man, give me a break. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'll rather not do. And it's always like, let's say you're somewhere and you need to write something and maybe, I don't know, there is a pretty girl that's watching you and you have to like write the thing and you know that you're getting judged. You know that you're getting judged by the way you're writing. So, not even the COVID talk will do it at that point. I'm sorry, guys. If you have bad writing, not even the COVID talk will do it. All right. The kid is drinking water. Even though Andrea spent like quite a lot of time on this move, I think it was a pretty worth investment considering that bishop to f6 was a computerish move that I didn't really understand at first. It didn't seem to be very human to me because she spent like so much time kind of diving into this forest of variations. Okay, bishop f6 shows good understanding of the position. To me, it's just that I couldn't really comprehend how f4 would get any counterplay. Like g4, but like, okay, bishop g5 makes sense. So rook g5, pawn takes. This, it's like, okay, you get rook and how many pawns? My math is also kind of scuffed. Wait, so we got 4, 6 against 5. So you get rook and pawn for 2 pieces. King is kind of weak. If you make it to the endgame, actually, I don't know. White is pretty comfortable here with 2 pieces, regardless. I'm not sure how to evaluate this. Yeah, if f pawn drops, we're getting good endgame pressure. Problem is that it won't. It's not like, you play a position and then you wake up, oh, my pawn disappeared. You're like, where is my pawn? I wish I had the queen on the board. No, I don't think it goes like that usually, especially not in over the board. Maybe in bullet. Maybe you guys are like that sometimes. But yeah, the kid is surprisingly resilient. Like bishop f6, he has such a tempting move like g4. I wonder bishop h3, isn't that the same? Bishop g5, f4, takes. You gotta take, bishop back. What can I say? Not a great position, but okay, I mean, trying something. Problem is that you don't even have a threat as black. Like, say I just go back. Say knight b4. I'm going a3. I'm chilling. White is having a good position with this nasty thing ongoing. However, what I know for sure, she will always remember to push pawn to h5 after this game, okay? I know she'll keep playing King's Indian. She'll always do this move. Just because she's gonna be terrified about this previous experience. Which, hey, it's how improving works in a nutshell. You just have to play and get better. But it's of course even better if you don't have to find out the hard way. So rook h5, how did this go? So I think it was rook c8, f3, top line. So she played gf, bishop f6. I have to say so far, like unironically, her opponent played really well. Like the only thing that her opponent didn't really do so well, it was the opening, but come on, you cannot really judge a kid by the opening. He had many difficult decisions where he could have instantly lost the game or got an unpleasant position. And he kept it pretty double-edged. Took his chance with rook h5 and then played f3. He's constantly timing down. Wait, the jacket is gone. How did I miss that? Okay, this is a good sign. Now that he took his jacket off, his rating dropped like 200 points suddenly. He's no more Aaron Swang, he's just Aaron Wang. Now he should be pretty safe. I feel like he's about to make a bad move. Nah. The jacket, I noticed with the jacket on, he was playing good moves right now. I feel like we're getting back in the zone. I feel like the position is gonna improve in our favor soon. Jackets on Bluetooth? No. It's just something funny. Well, she's not winning anymore. It's not like she ever had the winning position this game. It's just that she played so well in the morning that you would expect her to crush everybody. But, you know, she only made one like careless move. Queen a5, you can't even say it's a bad move. Okay, you cannot really expect anyone to like play perfectly. She played well. To be honest, even if she like loses this game, I don't think it's really the kind of game to like hate yourself for losing. It's a bit unfortunate that you make such a natural move like Queen a5, in safe position. Here, you play Queen a5 and all of a sudden that can be the losing move. Did you Rook h5? Like if you lose just because of that, it's whatever. I don't think you can be too upset. So, anyways, she found some pretty good moves after that. Don't count her out yet because she found taking and then bishop f6. This is the position that we currently have on the board. Hey, thank you for the prime. K-Dog. We pretty much appreciate that. We very much appreciate that, I meant to say. Go, Andrea. Positive vibes. That's what I like to see. Positive vibes indeed. Can you tell us who you are? I'm less important in this stream. I'm just an average Botes fan. Why don't you guys read the stream? Isn't that like obvious who I am? Was night before better? So, according to the computer, both bishop f6 and knight b4 are sort of equally good. It's just that, I don't know. Personally, I would have preferred knight b4. But bishop f6 is what the computer likes, so between my move and computer's move, you should usually choose the computer move. I'm just gonna give you that. Yeah, I mean, her opponent played well, so statistically speaking, sooner or later, he's supposed to make a bad move, right? I wonder what the kid is cooking. I mean, he has a lot of tempting moves. I think all of them pretty much involve g4, anything that puts pressure on the bishop. These are two moves. He could also play prophylactic. Because you wanna go bishop g5, I could play f4. Which honestly, f4 is the scariest move to me. Like if he plays f4, that's a very mature move. Okay, like he has tempting alternatives to get good position and the situation becomes messy and double-edged. He's still like doing okay there, it's just that it becomes double-edged. But if he plays f4, I would be very impressed. Like f4 Probably the best move here. How much elo streamer has? Elo of a streamer is even even smaller than the chess rating. I'm not a very active streamer, guys. I'm more of a video maker, so that is my my skill set. I'm just adapting on the fly, so I'm doing my best. But if I had to guess streamer rating, I'd say probably like a roughly 1200. Maybe that would be like a good estimate. I don't know. How is Alex doing in the poker tournament? I don't know. Is Alex playing a poker tournament that I don't know of? Or am I getting debated again for like the millionth time? You guys have to update me. Yeah, in Charlotte, I haven't heard of any big games in Charlotte, right? White can play g4, I explained that. But if f4 is on the board, oh man, I would be pretty scared. If f4 is being played, I don't know. I don't know. How many kids does Andrea have to beat to get a title? To be honest, I'm not super sure. By the way, I may need a little bit of help from the chat because I'm not entirely sure with the US regulations. Because I know for FIDE titles, you probably need to hit 2000 FIDE to have like WCM. I might be wrong on that though. It's not like I'm an expert in chess titles of any sort. Okay, so we got Joe Brun. He has a VIP badge, so we'll assume that is somebody trustworthy, especially as somebody that has a sub badge of fucking 55 months. She needs 2200 USCF. Okay, that is quite a bit of something. 2200. She's currently like 2000. I think she can definitely reach 2200 USCF. Like she's been showing very good level in the morning. She's been showing good play now. I think it's just a question of whether she decides to pursue this road and dedicate more time to chess. Because if she decides to, I think she can easily get the 2200. And I'm not just saying it, because yeah, you guys think I have a crush on her or something like that. I'm just saying that because she's very good. She's very talented. You saw the game in the morning. That just talks about the talent she has. Would require too much focus? It's not really about that much focus. It's just you gotta do kind of steady effort. You gotta probably like train 2 hours daily. Okay, the kid played 95, which is a move that I have not even considered. Bro, that is a blunder. That is a blunder. I don't even know why, but the computer says it's a blunder. How did the kid crack? I told you. I told you the jacket off. Without the jacket. He blundered immediately. We need to call an arbiter. We need to get that jacket in check. Somebody needs to check out those jackets. I feel like if we check out the brand of that jacket, the stock price is just gonna increase like 50%. This is ridiculous what we are witnessing right now. No more jacket. Does she realize he blunder? From her reaction, it's clearly a lot of bing, bang, bang, takes, bang, boom, uh, bang, check, I don't know. But she's definitely trying to find it. The only tricky part is that, well, first of all, bishop g5, what is the trick? Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know what they both missed. I'm not sure he can find it. But I think the kid thought he can just play f4. Oh, she has easy move. The kid forgot there is queen a2. There is queen takes on a2. You know what? I thought there is queen sack on d5. That's brilliant. Because you have check. And then I thought knight c3, you have this mate. That's brilliant. Which is maybe not very easy to find. But she doesn't need any of this. She can just play queen takes on a2 because the kid genuinely forgot that the knight is no longer defending a2 in that variation. But wait, how is that even possible? Because when you play knight d5, the kind of first thing you're considering is queen a2. So he for sure analyzed this, but he forgot the a2 pawn is hanging in the other line? How is that possible? Let me try to recreate his thought process again. So bishop g5, yeah? Like rook g5, it's clearly bad, no? Like queen d2 and up exchange. She's about to play bishop g5. Wait, she played queen takes on d5. That's the second good move. That is a great find. The kid is actually shocked. The kid is looking at the position, hesitating to write down the move. Queen takes on d5. With the same idea, she has spotted the mating pattern. And the kid will have to find queen to c3, where after knight a2, black has completely turned around the tables. I think we're just witnessing a comeback. I think she's gonna have a better endgame. While enjoying not such a big, but still nice time increment. Getting 10 seconds for every move she plays. Therefore, being down on the clock may not really matter that much. Queen takes on d5 is on the board. I think the kid has no really other option than taking and accepting a worse endgame. He's definitely pretty pissed. You can see that he's annoyed. He lost track of the position completely. Knight d5. Huh. Missing a pretty easy move. I mean, she's playing Andrea Botez. Like, he should have expected a Botez gambit in the first time. Maybe the kid just doesn't have access to the internet at home. That is the only plausible explanation that I can come up with. Like, you're playing Andrea. First thing you always check out is whether she can Botez gambit. I don't get it, man. His coach should have instructed him better. I think the coach may get fired in the eventual case of losing this game. They're both 1700 FIDE, but their rating is close to 2000 USCF. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. Andrea. She slays. She's looking pretty juicy right now. She's got that healthy back posture. And she has definitely figured out the Bing Bang check. That's for sure what she did. While you guys were here in the chat asking me, oh, I don't think this is actual behavior of a chess player. I don't understand how somebody can spend half an hour on a single move. That is shocking. That is very irresponsible time management, especially from somebody that plays chess once a year over the board. This is unacceptable behavior. I'm gonna unfollow the stream. Okay? Wait. See? You should follow back. This is totally worth it. You have it on the board, queen takes on d5. This is literally a comeback that we're witnessing. Okay, her opponent blunder, lol, doesn't justify her time usage. Alright, there is no counterplay to that, I guess. Do we have the current times? Yes, we have the current times. So I'm just gonna be using my very precise vision. I'm gonna zoom in and I can confidently say that the kid is having 27 minutes while Andrea is having 13 minutes. That is the updated time. That's it. That's the time. Yes, opponent is in shock. I mean, opponent's probably losing that position. He knows that's 1 month without the GameCube. Okay? There is 1 month of playing Nintendo games at stake for this game. Okay? He's gonna lose all the legendaries in Clash Royale by missing such a winning position. He knows it. That's why he's frightened, and he is going for the worst endgame. He is going CD5. We'll see knight b4 played immediately. Slay. We're giving a check. King is in the mating net. Knight c3 allows checkmate in 1 move. That is mate, everybody. Down a queen. That would be a checkmate. The horse is pinned. The knight is delivering the lethal substance to the enemy king. Andrea saw all of this 2 moves ago. And the kid has to sacrifice his queen in return. He's about to play it. He's half shaking, knowing that the gaming cube is at stake. Knight takes on a2. Slay. She's about to win back that queen. King d2, only move. Nothing else. No other square. Knight takes on c3 is going to be played instantly. White will have to take with the b pawn just to improve the pawn structure. Knight takes on c3 on the board. Dina looking. Do you think Dina is upset because Andrea is winning? Dina likes it. The voices have won. Dina is proud. Okay, that's a proud look. Okay. Okay. Dina is in shock. I feel like Dina is in shock about everything. She was shocked the whole game. I just kind of wonder, like, what is going on during Dina's head while watching chess games. She seems to live them very intensely, especially when they are not even her games. Man, I wish I could live my games with the same intensity. Okay, so it's basically White's turn. I think he is pretty much forced to recapture with the pawn. Then we need to forget not to hang the bishop. And then, I mean, we can just retreat, win a tempo. And if you guys do the math, I'll let you count. That's 6 pawns against 5. 2 plus 2, that's 4. Minus 1, that's 3 quick math. Okay? Black is up a pawn. Black is having the bishop pair. bc3 on the board. Come on, Andrea, do not forget about the bishop. That is the only thing we need to watch out for. We have outside passer, indeed, Zephyr. That is very good. We got the outside passer. If she finds bishop to g6, I think she's got a huge chance of potentially converting this game. Even though she only has 13 minutes left on the clock. I think bishop g6 is a critical find. Come on, Andrea. Please do not hang your bishop. You've got this. Bishop is under attack. You're looking at it. Please don't hang it. I know you want to, but we gotta move the bishop. There's only 1 square to gain a tempo. No need to overthink this one. Please make the move. Okay, I mean, she may honestly, it's not like she thinks about it. She's just trying to calculate a little bit deeper in the position, but still, it is freaking me out a little bit. Bishop d7? No, it's like there's no reason to play bishop d7. Bishop is just doing nothing. Like, what are you staring into? Let's say you play bishop d7, you want to have a look on Dina's board, on the different board. It's like, what are you hitting? You notice there's a mosquito on the a4 square, or why would you ever play that move? No, you want to go bishop here, keeping, square. Imagine you play pawn to a2, bishop b1, you could use that and then promote. How can you not think 7 moves ahead? I'm disappointed of that chatter who suggested bishop to d7. Okay, Andrea is still thinking. Does she see that the bishop is hanging? Okay, bishop g5, f4, bishop g4, yes, but no need to play so concrete. Just the bishop g6. No need for fancy things. Just technical stuff. Bishop g6, push your pawns. Bishop g6, push the pawns. Come on, Andrea, we don't have all the time in the world here. Okay, we need a very quick update. All the moderators. Villa! Do we have extra time after move 40? Because if we do, this may not matter. But if there is no time control after move 40, this is actually a tricky conversion. We do not! Dang it! Sefer! It's actually going to be very close. With only 10 minutes left, this is not going to be an easy conversion at all. On the bright side, I don't think she can ever lose this game. However, I think it is definitely the kind of game that she would really be kicking herself for not winning. Come on, Andrea. 3 minutes here. Could have played this move in a second. Bishop to g6. Okay. Bishop g5. Okay, it's not bad, but why? We don't need to like provoke f4. Bro, he touched the bishop. He has to take it. It's a touch rule. He has to take that bishop. Did you see? I don't think he said adjust. It's a touch move. Bro, he has, but she doesn't know the rule. She doesn't know the rule. Okay, it's not like she needs to use it, but... I know he probably said adjust, but still, it wasn't like very obvious. It's like, I don't know, he kind of... I wouldn't make a big deal out of this though. It's like, it's obvious, it's covered. He's gonna play f4 though. He's gonna play f4 and then what? Bishop g6? Why do we need to provocate f4? I'm confused. Maybe she just thinks that in this position, she's potentially gonna get bishop e4 and then win a pawn. I think that's her argument. However, the rook does not have to go to h1. The rook could just chill out on h2. But regardless, this is a great endgame. Because g4, bishop e4, right? Apparently not so much. Wait, bishop e4, bishop g2? Take, so the king could be hanging around. Okay, I think this is an amazing endgame to be playing as black, regardless what the computer thinks. Sure, white may have some compensation, but in a practical game, it is way easier to play as black simply because you have the extra pawn. Okay? It is touch move, always. It's not like, you know, it's such a big deal here. She's got a good position anyways. Yeah. So the position on the board, we have bishop to b5, g5 check. On the bright side, if her opponent does not play f4, this turns out to have massively improved her position simply because the king is going to be driven away. Which, you know what, that can help for. The pawns will be faster. But Aaron Wang finds f4. He has to go bishop to g6 or g4. Ah, bishop g4 may be clever. But there will be bishop to h3. Kind of a good find. Not sure if he'll see it. Now, considering that she could have immediately played bishop g6, I would make the assumption that she really wants to go to g4, which she has played. I'm not liking this. On the other hand, if you follow it out with bishop takes on e2, you're never really losing this game. So this is probably securing the draw. It's not really what we needed, but everything that gets her going should be fine. Bishop g4, still a good move. White needs to move the rook. I don't think he'll find bishop h3 because it is so unnatural that you exchange pieces while being down a pawn. You know, whenever you're down material, naturally, okay, the rule goes to try to keep pieces on the board. So bishop h3, not an easy find at all. And by the last few moves, combined with the fact that Aaron Wang no longer wears the jacket, I'm expecting bad moves to be played. So, expecting him to go rook h2, bishop f6. And then let's play that game with the bishop pair. Let's keep the bishop pair on the board, please. Can we keep that? Is she concerned with time? She's definitely a little bit concerned with time. I can tell. Maybe she doesn't know whether there is increment after move 40. She only has 9 minutes left. The position is pretty much everything she could have ever asked for, because she's up a pawn in an endgame. That's pretty much impossible to lose. But she only has 9 minutes, and it can always get double-edged at the conversion. It's like, sure, you know it's winning, but you gotta do the chess math, okay? You gotta calculate a little bit at the end. So maybe you really wished you had a few extra minutes at the end. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. He's gonna play bishop h3. I don't think he'll play bishop h3 because it's just such an unnatural move. He's about to move the rook. I saw that he's about to move the rook. By the way, his hand... Oh, bishop h3 on the board. Not happy to see that. Please trade bishops. Don't take his rook. Please trade them bishops. Please trade them bishops and go bishop f6. Okay, it's a good find by white. But on the other hand, I'm very happy that we're not getting a position like rook h2, bishop e2, something like that. Because if you get something like this, you're having an extra pawn, but with opposite colored bishops, you never win. So the fact that he's forcing the issue here, if we get a position like this on the board, I think great winning chances, whatever computer thinks. Bishop g7, you can cancel long, I mean short. I don't even know what side is what and where you're supposed to castle, but any endgame, just imagine, get rid of the rooks, okay? Trade rooks, win by force. You gotta pass her. You gotta push them, baby. She's bumping the head. Please take that bishop on h3. If you don't, that's gonna be heartbreaking. For your viewers, not for me. Okay, bishop h3. Okay. Please take that. No, don't take the horse. We want to avoid this. Especially because you have two hanging pieces you just lost. Touch that horse, you lost the game. She's about to make a move. Bishop takes on h3. Great find. Great find. Bishop f6. Then we're chilling, okay? Now it's the time you can go ahead, get some coffee, I don't know. From the earlier looks, it looks like she got a little bit unlucky with the coffee choice. She took a sip, but coffee... it's kind of like a meh coffee. However, now we're having an endgame. All right, bishop takes on h3. Wait, what is he considering? There's no way he's planning fg. Oh, he might be going fg. You know what? I think the kid is going for complications. FG is a bad move, and considering he no longer has the jacket, he's likely to make this mistake. Overlooking bishop g4, rook h6? You think this is forced? But no, it's not. Because I can play rook g8. Pretty much every single one of your pawns vulnerable. Wow, I think that's what he's gonna play. I'm not sure. She's seen all of this. Honestly, even taking and bring your king closer, slowly scoop up the pawn works. But I think he's really considering that option. I think ultimately he'll go rook takes. But there's a chance if he plays this move, Black's advantage would increase. She's bumping her head like Hikaru. That's right. That's right. It's been a while since she made such a good move, but this one was good. This one was pretty good. This is getting pretty tense. The kid is thinking, the kid is calculating. You can see that he's zoned in. He's got a big moment. Okay, he's about to play rook takes on h3. He does that. Best move. Simple decision. Bishop f6. Bishop f6, only move. You gotta play it. She's gonna play it. She is about to play it. Come on, Andrea, please move the bishop. Okay, bishop of f6 on the board. Slay. White to move. What if rook dh1? Well, I guess that just answers itself. Bishop g7, of course. What did you guys expect? Did you expect like something like magic to happen? Oh, defend your hanging pawn. What are they writing down? They are writing down every single move that is played. This is part of the regulation. Okay. Hate the game, not the player. These are the rules. Okay, g4 can be played. I agree. Like, this can be a thing. But what if I just move this? Okay. It's like g5 I can take. So then I could do king d7 and I don't know how exactly. I'll just try to keep the game going, and if I manage to trade rooks, I know I'm winning. Easier said than done, but just imagine I try to do a little bit of bing bang. Boom. Maybe break with e6 at the appropriate time to use the king. I don't know. Position-wise, Black is very safe. The only problem is her time situation. She only has 7 minutes left. And 7 minutes left with only 10 seconds of increment is not a lot. Okay. Rook h1 played. She has to go bishop g7. Only move not to lose the pawn. Come on, Andrea. You have to play this. You have to play this quicker. Only one move to defend. Literally, you don't have a choice. Okay, bishop g7 on the board, slay. And the kid is going to play g4. I know for a fact he's going to try g4. But I think g4 is a bad move. I think it's more of a weakening move. Computer doesn't think so, but I think g4 is kind of weakening. Or I could even play king d7. To be honest, white is also not having all that much time on the clock. But critical detail about this part of the game, he's playing without the jacket. So, for as long as the kid only wears that t-shirt, I think the position should be pretty safe. Okay, white only having 15 minutes left on the clock against 7. So not such a huge disadvantage, I have to say. Not such a huge disadvantage at all. It's actually more of a balanced situation. Like if you would have to trade, let's say, okay, here you have 7 minutes, here you have a pawn. Which one do you choose? I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious, guys. Okay, kid about to make a move. G4 on the board. Okay, rook G8 or king D7. Come on, Andrea, you got this. He wants to play G5. He only has one idea. We can stop it in 2 different ways. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Yes. Okay, guys, you have to guess something. What do you think she's gonna play? You have to type it in the chat. King D7 or rook G8. You have to bring the good luck. You guys have to bring the good luck in the chat. If you type rook G8, there's a chance she might play it. A5? No, you guys are weird. Don't play A5. You have to play King D7 or Rook G8. She's about to make a move. She is about to play King D7 by the looks of it. Rook G8 played slay. Rook G8 best move on the board. And now, okay, this is gonna be an interesting game because the kid is running out of useful moves and it's gonna be a matter of trying to just wait, which is, you know, not very easy to do in chess. Pawn on G4 could be a target, like Bishop F8. Also King D7, Bishop F8, maybe push. Not easy to make progress as black, but definitely... Okay, Rook G1 on the board. Is he doubling down on G5? Is he actually... This may be an idea to get counterplay. Yeah, now I'm looking at it. He may be wanting to play this. King D7 on the board, slay. Good move. Good move. Knight G3 to be expected. If Knight G3 is not played, I think black is has improved tremendously. Knight G3, Knight F5 is the only lucrative idea for white. G4 was good, I just realized. G4 was actually good because he wants to activate the knight. And you probably have to give back that pawn. Like Knight F5, B5. You know, you have to give it. Allow Rook H6 and... Probably it's just a draw, honestly. If he finds Knight G3. But it's a draw where, you know, if you play F6, I think maybe still. There are some weaknesses. Yeah, he finds Knight G3. The kid is playing very precisely down a pawn. You gotta give him the credits. The kid has been playing very accurately down a pawn. Will she play E6? E6 still keeps a slight advantage. E6 stopping the knight from coming in and taking this pawn, which is white's only source of counterplay, is still pretty safe. E6 is actually a very strong move. Do you guys think she'll find E6? Or do you think she's just gonna give up on the H6 pawn and play it safe? I think she's gonna play E6. I think by the style in this endgame was played, she is very likely to just stop E6. Maybe like, fine, whatever. I'm just not gonna let that knight on F5 and hope for the best. She'll find it. E6, easy find. Okay, we're getting down to 5 minutes, which I don't quite like to see. How much time is there on the clock? Okay, down to 5 minutes. Okay. Little bro might have gotten COVID. Okay. So a little bit of a cough going, but... That's the defense. "4 minutes indeed." Oh no, he's getting the jacket down. This is bad news. No, don't touch that. Calm down. Come on, Mr. Aaron. We don't have to. Oh no, he's just looking for some diapers. Okay, never mind. That scared me for a second. You know, when he's touching the jacket, it's like, I just resign. The threat is longer than the execution. I mean, stronger than the execution. If he touches that jacket, I swear I'm gonna lose it. Come on, little brusky. Go easy. Come on, Andrea, down to 3 minutes almost. What is she thinking about? We're not allowed to play this slow. Okay. You can see her calculating out loud a little bit. I wonder if you can smell her breath while calculating. Because she's not supposed to do that. But she is probably about to play e6. Judging by the bing bang bang, I think she's about to play e6. Please do it faster. Down to 2 minutes. She may not know that there is no increment after move 40, otherwise I cannot explain this. She may not be aware about the time control. I'm actually not sure if she's aware. Do you guys remember there was one time when Magnus has lost on time? Just because he thought there is additional time after move 40 against Topalov? He had the winning position. And he just let his time run out because he thought he's gonna get like an extra half an hour. And he lost. I wonder if it's a similar situation here or she is just, I don't know, thinking. Come on, Andrea, make a move. This is really freaking me out. On the bright side of this, the position is relatively safe. But do you really want to leave off the increment? Especially when you have to write down the moves? I don't know what the regulations are, but are you technically forced to write down the moves even under 2 minutes? Wait, she played a5! The pawn is trying to get reborn and become a queen. a5! Good move. Okay, dumb commentator, update the board. Here it is. a5. Knight f5 is about to be played. I guess it was all a matter of trying to understand this endgame. a5 playing for win, not draw. a5 is a good move. Slay. I think we missed a slay. a5 was a good move. I was just kind of zoned out a little bit. a5. Good move. Come on, Andrea. This is pretty good. She has definitely calculated that after knight f5. I'm not exactly sure what she calculated, but even if you lose this pawn, you're gonna get more activity, honestly. Knight f5 on the board. Kind of heavily slamming the clock. Chess Dojo just ran through? Was that Chess Dojo, the guy in front of the camera? He was breaking in. I see. That was intimidating. Okay, Andrea needs to make a move. Please go for b5. b5. Pawns are good together. You wanna use that. Oh, e6. Good move. Slay. e6 on the board. Good move. She is pretty aware, guys. Trust me. This is a good move. White is probably gonna take. Would be pretty weird if he didn't. Okay. The problem is that for the rest of the game, she cannot get up and like walk anymore. I think she only took one walk the whole game. She's been sitting down for almost like 4 hours. That's pretty crazy. Okay, E6. The kid is thinking, I think he's gonna be taking. No, she can walk. It's not like because she's been playing a chess game for 3 hours, she lost the human skill of walking. You know, I don't think you have to take her and teach her again like a newborn baby how to walk. It's just that if you walk away, you're gonna lose on time. You only have 1 minute left. You have to be there. DE6. She took back with a pawn. Slay. Good move. The kid is gonna take on G7, and we are gonna be having this endgame that I don't really know how it is. I'm not gonna analyze just because the game is going so quick and we're gonna be getting more moves in the near future. Expecting him to take the bishop. I don't think he'll take there. I think he will just take on G7, not resisting the temptation of Andreas Botez's bishop. I think he's about to play it. Knight takes on G7. I was right. Rook takes. Only move. On the board. Slay. Now the question is, it all comes down to how do we meet Rook takes on H6? It all comes down to this. Rook takes on H6. There's a bit of a weak pawn. Can we turn around and play Rook F8? Rook takes on H6. Okay, this is a difficult position. 4 against 4. It does look very drawish. But the kid may start playing for a win all of a sudden because he has more time. I think at this point we should be happy with a draw. But she may be trying to push it for more. However, I think she can force a draw. I think Rook F8. King E3, Rook C8 is a forced draw. I think this move is forcing a draw, everybody. If she finds Rook F8, this is leading to a forced draw, and it is exactly what she needs with only 20 seconds left on the clock. Okay, she's freaking out. She noticed 20 seconds, she played B5. Slay. It's good, but Rook F8 was a forced draw. Alright, the kid is doing the COVID attack again, and definitely wants to squeeze some blood out of this. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I don't know how I'm feeling about these chatters. The position is fine. But the official confirmation says that we only have 30 seconds on the clock. Jeez. 30 seconds on the clock. Without any increment more. That is insane. That is essentially just playing a blitz game online. This is pretty crazy. Mr. Aaron Wang, also formerly known as Aaron Swang, he definitely feels a little bit of a comeback, and he's looking for ways to actually trick Andrea Botez in this endgame. He's definitely looking for something. I'm not sure exactly what it could be, but you can tell by his body language. G5 on the board. Come on, Andrea, one more chance. You gotta find Rook F8. You gotta find Rook F8, please. Play Rook F8. I have a feeling she's gonna go B4, which is a bit Rook f8, slay! Rook f8 on the board. I think that's forcing a draw. Rook f8, great move. Okay, what if rook h4 though? Rook h4, king c6, king d5, activating. This is exactly what we did. Rook f8. Best move, played instantly. Rook f8, I think she's not gonna be losing this endgame after finding rook f8. Aaron Swang. Rook f8. The point is, king to e3 runs into rook c8. King d3 runs into the rook f8 back. And king e4, well, I don't know who you're tricking because I can even throw in d5. If you decide to push forward, there will be rook to f5. Checkmate. Which is never gonna happen, but anyways. This is the position that we have on the board. Aaron Wang, down to 9 minutes only. No increment. He's about to play rook f1. Wait, what? He played rook b1? Oh, that is actually a great move. Wait, she did just play rook b8. She was supposed to sack e6 for f4. She played rook b8 out of panic. And now she's a little bit worse. This is not looking very pretty just because of the time scramble. She missed a great move. King c6, trading e6 for f4, and then g5 was losing as well. King c6 would have secured a draw. Rook b8, maybe. An important mistake. Wait, rook to h2? Aaron Wang has completely lost the plot? What? Rook h2. Making his own rook more passive. King c6. King e3 on the board. King c6 slay. King is going to d5. Andre is no longer worse. She may even be better. I don't know. b4. Why would you break? I don't know. Just activate your king to the fullest. This is nuts. b4. I don't think I don't know if b4 is a slay, guys. I don't know why you say slay about b4. I'm not sure if it's a good move at all. Okay, I think it should be an easy draw. cb4, rook b4 played. Slay? Okay, rook b4 actually kind of decent. Okay, but this is becoming crazy. I don't like how this is going because she didn't play king d5. I think if Aaron Wang finds king e4 after the rook trade. This is bad. I think this is bad. I low-key think this is bad if he finds king e4 in that position. That's why she was supposed to activate her king to the fullest. I think the young man has a great winning chance if he finds the rook trade followed by king e4. I'm just afraid that if he finds king e4, you're supposed to push, but you're giving up these, and these two connected are gonna be stronger than a rook. That's the danger that we're running, which is of course hard to evaluate with seconds on the clock. But will the kid have the resilience to find takes? He has to take. I think she only considered rook b2, targeting the pawn, and she thought like king b5 is active. The kid doubles up instead. My monitor is about to shut down. Please don't. We have rook b4, rook b2. Who is this helping and why? Okay, come on, go rook gb7. You gotta play it. Support your pawn. Rook gb7 is a good find. King b5 is a good find. Anything. Rook b2 is okay too, I guess. King b5, slay. That's a good move. Wait. Still, king e4 is a good move. Just completely acting like these rooks are just chilling. He can also play f5. He can also play d5. I think white is going to take on b4. Panicking. Still takes on king e4. Could give the young man a winning chance. I'm not sure if he's feeling it though. I'm not sure. This is a tricky situation psychologically. He was under pressure the whole game. Not sure if he will feel the momentum to push it for a win. Aaron Wang, almost down to 5 minutes. Andrea, only 25 seconds. King d3. He does not feel the winning. He does not feel the winning opportunity. Okay. Please play e5. Gotta undermine the pawn. e5. You secure the game. e5. At least a draw. You gotta find e5. You gotta find e5 or d5. e5. Come on. e5. Slay. e5. e5. This secures a draw. That's a great find. That's a good outcome for a complicated game. With only 16 seconds left on the clock, I think this is pretty comfortable. I think this is actually comfortable. But still, everything is possible with such limited time on the clock. Point is, if you trade twice, I take this and then I easily remove the pawn. Come on, Andrea, you got this. You gotta hold the draw. Imagine losing to a 12-year-old. You don't want to be doing that. Especially if they don't wear a jacket. If with jacket, maybe understandable, but... Alright, she's pretty zoned in. When you play e5, you're pretty confident that you are making the draw. Now... we see de5. You gotta play de, slay, best move. That's it, guys. I think it's time to kind of throw in the towel. It is gonna be an obvious draw. Fe, we're gonna have rook g5 played on the board. That is pretty good stuff. You can just, trade rooks, bring king to the pawn, take this pawn, eliminate it. She's building time on the clock. She's got 32 seconds right now. Her time is increasing. Aaron Wang kind of losing the plot a little bit in this game. Aaron Nimzovich wouldn't be very proud. But after rook b4, a b4, we do get simplifications. And we do have... what was that? Rook e1 on the board. He's still doing like a final push. But I think after king c6, black is having an easy draw. Come on, Andrea. You cannot fall asleep. 20 seconds left. This is the key moment. Bring your king or the rook. Anything works. Just do something. Don't flag. Please make a move. 12 seconds. Rook g8. Fine. Anything is good. Rook g8 slay. Throw in the towel. I meant that as in throw in winning chances away. He's gonna push e6. e6 is pretty much accepting a draw. King c6, king d6. Wait, did he just play king b5? Wait, what? Oh no, she just played rook e8. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's actually good. That's actually good. We're chilling. Still, king d4, you kind of have played b3. You don't have to make it complicated, but I think she calculated it. Did she? There's a risk in the position that if you just go passive, white may be infiltrating, but then at the very least I can go king c5 and sack the rook. So I think even in the worst case scenario that, okay, maybe you like miss this idea, you know, I can play this and still draw. Wait, what did he play? Rook e4? Rook e4 on the board with king on d3. Rook e4. Pretty much offering a draw. Come on, Andrea, play king c6. You gotta do it. Don't flag. Oh my god, we got another attack by Chess Dojo. King c5. Okay, keeping winning chances, I guess. Not really. King c5, good move. King c5. About to seal the deal and save what it appeared to be a completely losing position from the opening. By a pretty scary, jacked up Anthony Wang. Oh, actually Aaron Wang. Okay. We see rook c4 check. King to d6. The guys are heading towards a peaceful result. Why is she so relaxed all of a sudden? Dude, you gotta make your draw. King to d5 on the board. Rook takes on b4. Come on, take on e6. Any way to capture the pawn is fine. Rook takes on e6. She offers a draw. And the kid is like, that's so cute. That's so cute there. Slay. Big clap for this draw, okay? That was pretty good. Big clap in the chat. I think this was a well-played game overall. All right, guys, I think the players were able to find some great moves. One moment, however, let's rewind that a little bit so you guys can actually get a better idea of what happened. Okay, let me refresh this page so you guys can actually understand it better. So, the way this game started, it was a King's Indian. With d6, she delayed castling precisely to play this. Knight h5 to take the bishop. She followed it up with c5 and Aaron Wang did not know the theory to play d5 as the best move. And then the crazy part is that Andrea was close to winning in this position. But from close to winning, she all of a sudden became close to losing by playing queen a5, allowing this great resource by white, rook to h5. And white is already completely winning simply because of the very annoying pin. Instead, had she played h5, perhaps we would have had a smoother game. No more counterplay. White's king is pretty much cooked. But instead, after queen a5, rook h5, we're pretty much close to losing immediately. Until Mr. Aaron Wang took off his jacket, played knight e5, losing it completely, allowing pretty much the most obvious thing in the position, the Botez gambit. Queen takes on d5, pawn takes, turning the tables, getting a better endgame which she may have failed to convert, but both players have found great resources in the upcoming endgame, and eventually it was drawn. All right. As a coach, I would rate this as a solid 8 on a scale from 1 to 10. I think this was pretty good. Okay? Overall, considering the opening, considering how strong Aaron Wang with the jacket on was, and considering the fact that she was in a massive time scramble at the end, I think that holding the draw there is a huge result. Just big clap again, okay? Can't really say much else about that. Was even better. We could have gotten the conversion, but everything I think worked out perfectly. So, for everybody that is watching, if you enjoyed this, we will be back again tomorrow. We're gonna be starting, not exactly what time. Villa! Where is Villa? Please, mods, do let know the other viewers what time are we supposed to start tomorrow, because we're gonna be doing the commentary again for the last round. I'm not sure if we get the interview. Should I? Should I ask? I could just play some Blitz games in the meantime. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're gonna have an interview. Okay, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. Okay, you gotta come back. We're gonna be getting the. We're gonna be getting our queen here. Wait a second. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna be doing this, but it is gonna be the most scuffed setup ever. But we're gonna be doing it. Wait a second, guys. Okay, she's gonna be calling in a second. She's gonna be calling in a second, guys. Just let me double check if everything works out okay here. So I'm gonna have to do another window capture. Okay. All right. Just waiting for the call.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Oh, can you yeah, just
Oh, I can
decline on there.
see.
Great. Perfect.
I can see you. I can't hear you yet. Let me also get that on
You
the
can't hear
screen.
me? Oh, you don't hear me? Chat, do you guys hear me?
Oh, I think I did something stupid.
Okay, I think you should be able to hear me. Cool. I'm
Wait,
just on
can
my
you
phone.
hear me, Andrea? Oh, wait, my
Yeah,
headphones are off.
I hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now. Wait a second.
Okay. I didn't. It's fine. It's okay. I don't
Uh,
think people really care. Hello,
yeah,
chat.
just
Chat, do you hear me?
sorry,
Wait, we
just
don't
give me
see
a second. I need to do something in the
Yeah, just add
Discord.
a. You could just screen capture.
Yeah,
Pop
no,
out.
it's something else that I need to do first.
Okay, I'll just talk to Chad until then. Hi guys, thanks for hanging. I know it was a long one. Draw is better than a loss. I definitely threw in the end game, but I honestly don't. Well, actually, okay, I know where I threw in the end game. I'm not super proud of this result, but you know, initially I was going to take a bye today and I wasn't going to play two games because I thought it'd be too much with our filming schedule, but I had so much fun after the first one. And I really thought I could scalp two kids and have them under my belt, but unfortunately it was just 1.5 kids this morning. Not ready yet to be a mother and to adopt them all.
Okay, let me get you on
Take
the.
your time. I'll just talk to chat while you. Well, if you pop out the Discord and just screen capture the Discord camera should work.
Yes,
I
that's
know
what
the
I'm.
end game. I know. I'm expecting. I cannot. The end
Fuck.
game was actually horrific. Hey, a 12-year-old that's better than all of you guys. So you shut up.
Wait, how
you.
can I like full screen this?
Do
Oh my
you do
god, this
pop
is so
out?
bad.
Let me. It's true. um. Okay, maybe like except 3 of you. Yeah, you're
Okay,
2,800.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. I know how to do it. Just give me a second.
you're good. Take your
Good.
time, Alex. I'm just chatting. I'm just gonna chat. Um, yeah, no, dude, I was just the entire time chat. What was running through my head is Dina is watching me blunder this end game. I could just imagine Coach Dina yelling in my head. Bro said he has 1,200 stream. I mean, he was like a 1,900 12-year-old. And you know what? My first opponent was 11, so they're stacking it up against me. The next one's gonna get 13, and they're just gonna keep getting stronger. How did it feel to get back to compete again in classical? Dude, the morning was so rough, chat. Oh my god, no, I know. Dina was. I'm really embarrassed about the end game this morning. Like, number one, our flight came in late last night because there was a storm and got delayed. Number two, there's a 3 hour time advance. Number four, I was an idiot and I couldn't figure out how to close the blinds in my hotel room, so I got no sleep. So all morning, I was literally like, "Oh, hey, I can see myself. Nice. Hello, chat. Cool." And you can just click. You can just full screen. Yeah, there you go. Oh, sorry, it's really wobbly. Cool. Hi, guys. Can you hear me, Alex? Oh, Danny, do you mind taking it off the table just because it's shaking my phone for now? It's okay. It won't take too
Okay, I
long.
think I got it.
Cool. Alrighty. The look on Dina's face, watch. Okay. Yeah, no, the end games. But my story time was about how this morning was. Oh, yeah, I think it's fine like this, chat. It doesn't matter. How my morning was a disaster and how I got no sleep because of our delayed flight and me not working the blinds. And then I got to the game late and then I had no coffee. So for 30 minutes, I was just asleep, which is why I didn't sit at the table in the entire game because I had to walk to keep myself from falling asleep. And then eventually my brain turned on. But yeah, we should talk about this last end game, Alex.
How did you feel about the whole thing? I feel like you got a good opening and then you slowed down at some point.
Yeah, to be honest, sorry, it's really shaky, Danny. I can just move it. No worries. To be honest, for the opening, I don't know. Okay, I'm just hold this. It'll be easier. For the opening, I forgot all the theory, even though I studied like 4 hours of King's Indian, the entire airport and the airplane ride. So I kind of guessed about the C5 and the G5 plan, but I mean, it worked pretty well. And then that I don't know if we want to do like a legit analysis. I definitely will later. And then that Queen A5 move.
Yes, what is up with that Queen A5? That's a
Yeah,
critical moment.
it was good or it was bad.
So, it was bad because of Rook H5 only.
Which I didn't see. Yeah. Well, my initial plan was to go H4,
Yeah,
H5, H5.
H5. If you
Is
play
that the
that
better move?
first, yes.
That was my initial plan, and then I did a small calculation where like they would bring the knight, I would take the pawn, they would take my pawn, and then it wasn't that good of a position. So I thought it would be even more crushing if I played the queen move first, because then I thought I'd have the same attack. But then I realized that I completely missed that rook move.
Yeah, I see. Now I'll try to wait. I can put that on the board. I hope.
Um, it's
Uh,
okay. Honestly, we can talk about it, Alex. It might be easier because
yeah.
I have a very small screen.
Oh, I think. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I got a pretty weird setup, so
It's okay. We
it's
can
better
just
if
talk.
you talk about it.
I'm gonna do a proper game analysis later. But I'm so actually maybe if you set the board, actually just set the position on the board and then we can just talk about it. You're almost. Oh, you're there almost.
Yeah, no, okay, so let me just readjust this. Oh, I got it. No, that's gonna be easy. Okay, now fixed. Okay, pro streamer. Here we go. So, okay, we were talking about Queen A5. You did mention throwing in H5, right?
No, no. So my initial plan was H5. But then what I was scared of was knight F4, taking on D4, and then they take H5, and then you
Wait,
lose
so
like most of
sorry,
it.
you start like with what? With H5? What was the initial plan?
Yes, yes. H5, and then they go knight F4.
Oh, knight F4. Okay.
I think that's what I was afraid of. My brain has kind of turned into mush, but yes. And now if I take the pawn, then they take on H5, and then the rook H8, it gets dangerous, and I was worried that he would get into my king side somehow.
I see. I see. Okay.
Maybe I was missing something here. But what sucks is I was still planning to play this just after my queen move, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, except for I missed
Mm-hmm.
the only way they would prevent my entire winning plan.
Yeah, and he also, when he played it, did you feel like he slammed the clock a little bit?
No, he was a pretty calm kid, honestly. He was a
Uh,
nice kid.
yeah, he was very calm. I praised him for many
Like
moves.
I,
He
I,
was very calm.
I've been treating the chess games as poker games, and I've been reading my opponents. And the last kid was really nervous because I could tell from his body language. But this kid kept it pretty cool, calm, and collected. He was also wearing a mask, so I couldn't really tell. But this kid was pretty cool and collected.
Okay, by the way, you found a great idea that I don't know. I think it would have worked against most of
Yeah,
your
that
viewers from the chat. Rook C8. That was
yeah,
very good.
I here I like obviously lost two oh god, but this was a losing move. I thought it was a great idea because I wanted to prevent both d5 and c5. And then I thought like I saw my threats that they can't move the knight, they can't move the pawns, but his move was pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's like Rook C8. It looks like he can just play D5 and win a piece.
Yeah, and here I calculated that like none of those pawn moves work, and then I was like winning here. Here
Yeah.
I think my brain is so fried I don't remember anymore what my move was. Oh yeah, bishop back, and then against c5 I planned something else. No, I don't think I go bishop back. I think I had a different plan in this line. But honestly, I'd rather look at the mistakes. That plan I had like some crazy line. I think it was with knight b4, and it was a similar mating idea.
Yeah,
But
I see.
I don't think we need to review this. I think I'm
Okay.
curious here if f3 was the best move. Maybe
Yeah,
I
it
don't remember what it
was.
was.
He spent like so much time, and you could clearly see from his body language that he initially thought he's winning with d5, but then he
Yeah.
just kept it very cool and found f3 after like 20 minutes. But by the way, not sure if you noticed, we kind of noticed with the chatters, he played way better with the jacket on. Did you notice that?
I didn't know. It was probably just cold.
No, I told him that he's playing better with the jacket. He took the jacket off, and right after, he made that blunder. Now,
That's
how
funny.
fast did you realize it was a blunder when he played
Oh, I mean,
95?
that's why I played Rook C8. Like I was setting this up, and I'm so mad at myself for throw. This is why I played Rook C8 because I wanted to prevent all the knight moves and the pawn moves. So this I saw, which I was really happy about, and I thought it was crushing. And then I don't know how I threw the end game. Like Bishop G5 was so stupid.
Yeah, so the end game you could like play a little bit slower, like Bishop G5. You can just play Bishop G6 there, and
No, I know. So I completely overlooked Bishop H3, but like this would have been like so
yeah, no,
simple
Bishop
to
H3
win.
was very good find by him. Like only move to keep equality, I think. Um, and
I'm
then
so upset about this. And then I don't
you
know if I had any chances after this, but this was just a disaster.
I think you play pretty well the end game. Like it could have gotten dangerous at the end if he felt like he could push for a win, but he was
Yeah,
like
I feel like he
kind of
definitely missed some
happy
stuff, but I'm curious if White had a win at any point.
earlier or
Oh,
in the end game.
and then I had another question. Here in the end game, did White have any wins at
Yeah,
any
I
point?
think not win, but he gotten some chances. Like if let's say he would have played like this
This
and then
was
King
so
E4,
bad. Yeah, I
because
was I had like 20. I thought that at move 40, I thought I'd get another 30 minutes. I thought the time control adds.
how did you find out you don't?
Well, I kept looking at the moves and waiting for my time, and I'm like, okay, it's
No, but you
39.
know
It's
sometimes you get it only when you lose on time. Like that's how the clock works.
uh wait, okay, I don't know. Maybe the chat said there's no
No,
increment
but
move
in
40.
this tournament there is not. That's what's the catch.
Oh, yeah, I didn't want to risk it. Okay, so I
Yeah,
didn't.
there's a funny moment and kind of famous too with Magnus just waiting for his time to run out, and there was no increment. That's like
Oh
same story I
god.
told
Well,
them.
I'm glad I didn't let my clock run out. I didn't want to take the risk. I was like, okay, either I remembered this wrong, but I'm not gonna risk it. That's really
Yeah, because I
funny.
saw when you're like, let's say getting down on time, you have 1 minute
Yeah, I
left.
was
It's not like you
expecting
can
it
get
to
up
go
and ask
fast.
the arbiter. So I didn't notice you asking anyone.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
I
why I
didn't
was
have time to
wondering.
waste. I was like, well, whatever it is. I was like, this ain't no bullet online. Like my IRL moves take much longer than they do online. But luckily, like after that pawn push, like I had a decent draw. But yeah, I feel like he definitely could have pushed for a win in the end game.
No, after you played E5, that was making the draw on the spot. That was great find. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I was really well. I was like kind of a
Everybody was typing slay in the chat after E5.
good. I'm glad.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I kept looking at my score sheet like 3 times in a row, and then at some point I just sucked it up. I was like, okay, we're just gonna play fast. But yeah, I mean, I threw that end game. Like that move was honestly like, and I was trying to be super aware of like when I feel good about a position, not to get overconfident and mess up, and that's kind of exactly what I did. But at least there was a draw. Slay, Alex. Whenever I send him my prep, he's just like slay.
No, come on. I'm not.
It's so I love it. I
Okay,
haven't heard it
I've been
since
saying it all the time on the
2018.
stream. I think you lost some followers because of that.
No, I hope everyone is slaying. But yeah, what would you say the main? I mean, okay, for this one, opening wise, I think I got in a really good. I mean, I honestly just missed H5, which I saw and I was planning to play anyways. But
No,
like, is
I was
there?
impressed with your opening. It's just I think overall I rate this game like
Yeah,
8 out
accuracy
of
for game
10.
91% is so bad for game two, but
I think it was pretty good overall. Like I was very impressed that you played D6 before castling. It was move order was great. Actually, maybe I don't know if we should leak this or not.
the
But
prep?
did you remember anything? I'm just gonna ask you this way. Did you remember anything after, let's say,
No,
D5 on move 10?
no, I did not
Okay,
remember.
okay, we're not gonna leak your prep
Oh,
then.
I mean, if they push, I know we're in a very good position. Wait, they did push. Wait, no, they didn't. I don't. No,
No,
they
he
didn't.
didn't. He didn't. Okay.
But I could probably find the move
Wait,
I'm
should we tell
trying.
them the prep? It's up to you.
I mean, I doubt my opponents are gonna be rewatching the VODs, but maybe they
Okay,
will.
okay, okay, we can. No, I don't mind.
We'll
So, do
see.
you
I
remember
honestly. Uh huh.
there is this idea to take on C3? Do you remember?
Yeah, but then I mean, oh, but then what? Because like it's not like we're winning a pawn. Oh yeah, you just this is the one. Okay, I remember this King D. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have played this, but I think I would. Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered this.
No,
Even
this
though it's
would
just so
have been
unfortunate. I literally
pretty
spent like
pretty
4
good.
hours analyzing my King's Indian lines yesterday on the plane, but it was also a really late night, and I was like half asleep, so that's probably why I didn't remember.
Yeah, yeah. No, finding it like all the way to this was already pretty good to be honest. And finding G4 was yet again great. Knight C6, good move. Bishop F5 was fine. Just, it's a bit random that Queen A5, it happens that he had a good move.
Yeah, no,
Because,
I saw H5, and then I was like, no, H5 is even better after Queen A5, and I thought
mm-hmm.
like I was feeling myself because I want to roll after I beat that first 11-year-old, and I was like, I'm gonna checkmate another 11-year-old, and I was feeling really good about it, and I thought it was just gonna be game over in 5 moves, but I didn't see Rook H5. If there wasn't Rook H5, it would have been another 12-year-old under my belt.
Yeah,
I was
no,
just
for
I was feeling
sure.
like the Slater.
It's just it's just very unfortunate because you have a position where you don't feel any danger. It's white
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
have
that
any
move
moves
was
to be
nasty.
honest. It's like if he plays Rook H5 now, it doesn't matter. You can just play Bishop G6.
Yep,
But
yep.
yeah, you can no longer do it in the game. So it's just when a small detail like this, playing
Yeah, and I
H5,
just missed that
changes the
move.
course of the game. I think it's also
I
just like a
I
little bit unlucky.
I still need to analyze the position after knight f4. I'm curious if I was supposed to take the pawn, but
Okay, do you want me to turn the engine on?
wait, what did we? No. Let me use my brain. Okay, let me think. Because here, if I take with a knight, the knight takes h5, attacking the bishop. But I guess you could take with a.
If I start using my own brain, we might be losing all the viewers. So I don't know about that.
I should let me. I should probably review this anyways. But I'm curious. I'm assuming. Okay, knight takes. Let me remember what my line was. Knight takes d4, knight takes h5, and then bishop h6 doesn't work because then the knight goes back. But then I had moves like e5. I don't remember. Maybe it did work. I don't know why I backed out of this.
Oh,
This
apparently he
is
also
losing.
has knight f6, maybe.
Okay, I'll analyze this later. I don't know anymore. But yeah,
Yes.
one step up. We'll prepare for the morning. I'll analyze this later.
All
And
right.
chat, he was not a 1600 12-year-old, by the way. He was a 1900 something 12-year-old. But I'm really
Yeah, he
upset
was
because
pretty good. I think he was underrated.
the first game I passed 2000, and now that I drew this game, well, if I win, maybe I'm still above 2000. But it'd be really sad if I go to like 1999 because
No,
my dad was so proud. He sent me a message after game one and was like, I'm so proud of you. You're so brilliant. You played with 98.5 accuracy and you passed 2000. I was feeling so good and I was ready to beat another kid and do it again and find a mating net. And then I drew. But that's okay.
no, I think he's happy about this game. You can ask him. Have you asked him already? Or...
No, I haven't checked my messages yet, but I hope it wasn't too boring for chat. I know this game was pretty slow. I'm
No,
not gonna let
that's.
my clock tick
I
for
think.
30
I
seconds
think you
now
did
that I
pretty
know.
well. I think you did pretty well considering all the end game and that you might have peaked at almost 7,000 viewers. So
Oh,
I
that's
don't think
awesome.
it was too bad.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying the super boring but we watching anyways. You know, different strokes for different folks. So at least he's honest. But some people enjoy it. I mean, honestly, like it was really like yeah, I was talking about it in the YouTube video, but again, like this is only my second IRL tournament over the board in like 3 4 years. And so there's so many little things that I learned. Just the only thing that I wish I could do is I wish I could walk more during my games because I like pacing back and forth because I have so much energy. But then people always look at me weird because I'm just pacing in circles. I
No,
just
you
need to figure
should.
out
Come
a
on. We were chatting about this. You should walk more.
yeah, well, the first game I
That's
was walking
good.
a lot and it was helping me, and I was just walking and playing chess in my head, and it helped me. But then this game, I thought I was gonna like crush him really soon, so I just sat in my seat, and then I got really sleepy. So I need to do more walking. Yeah, no banging techno, but
No, I mean, you're doing well. Just keep doing what you do, and you'll probably make your
well,
dad proud. I don't know.
I wish they'd allow a trampoline. Yeah, more walking. I just have to not care what the people look at me. But if we get a win tomorrow, that's a pretty solid score. So we'll keep going tomorrow. Dina is
Yes.
probably still playing. We're gonna send Dina a raid chat. She's how? Yeah, I'm curious how Dina. I mean, I'm assuming Dina's gonna win both games, but let's. Oh, she's playing. Oh, she's playing. Oh no, she's not playing Grandmaster. Is she? She might be.
Wait, they're
Um.
saying she's playing Cordoba, which is probably the
Okay, yeah,
top
she is.
seed. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh, damn. I didn't realize she was playing a Grandmaster. Well, yeah.
And
Then
she's playing
you're
against a
liking this
super
game more than
grandmaster.
hers. That's really funny.
She's
I'm
giving
just.
you some interesting looks.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to look Dina in the face. Well, chat, tomorrow, bright and early, we have a 10 a.m. round here, which is 7 a.m. PT. So, huh? No, at 10. Today was 10:30. Tomorrow's 10 a.m. Pretty sure tomorrow's 10, 30 minutes earlier. Oh, never mind. 10:30. Nice. I get to sleep in 30 minutes. Dina's reactions to your moves were hilarious. Um, well, I'm gonna do lots of pacing and do some prep. Alex is gonna be here tomorrow. Then tomorrow we also have a lot of exciting streams. We're doing a meet and greet and a blitz tournament. So hopefully we go in there with a win. But thank you guys for all the support for the games. We really appreciate it. You know, it's a learning experience for me a lot. It's the first game. I literally thought I was gonna go crazy. I was like, "There's no way I can sit in silence and do this again." But second game got my bearings. But then we got a draw. So hopefully tomorrow we can keep up the stamina.
Very exciting.
All right, Alex. Well, thank you for the prep and the commentary, and we'll send Dina the raid.
Yes, let's do that. And
True, I need a banana. I'm gonna raid some groceries. My banana last tournament was the key to winning. You need good snacks.
yes. Hey, your viewers are very happy and hyped. Especially Justin Conclusive. He's
That's very sweet.
he almost
Here,
got me
I'll
cancelled.
send the raid, Alex.
Yes, you send it.
Let's find some food.
I'm
Maybe
just sitting
see.
here not doing
Yep.
much, so yeah.
Okay, I send it. Oh yeah, figuring out Belenkaya. Oh, you sent it. Cool. I had snacks. I didn't think it was gonna. Well, how long was that game? It wasn't that long. It was only 4 hours. It was 4 hours. Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, it wasn't that long. I should have been fine. But next game would bring banana. Banana brings luck. Hopefully we don't get paired against another kid, and if we do, at least they're at least the age of 13. But we'll see.
Wait, do you
Ninety
mean
percent of my section are kids.
there are grown-ups playing in that tournament too?
There's plenty of grown-ups. It's just they're in the rest of the room. They're in the other sections. There's lots of grown-ups. I don't know how I keep getting paired against kids.
Yeah.
The first game I was like, when you're playing 11-year-olds, like you gotta be kidding, because you chat knows how I feel. Like I get terrified playing against kids. Aw, Dina just lost. Real rude to join a kids section. I should just call it like playing a kids tournament.
Yeah, it's a sponsored chess.com kids event.
Tomorrow, yeah, I like the hat. It helps me focus. But Vila was saying that you can't see my face in the shot. The only other hats I brought a beanie, but the hat is nice. I feel like a soccer mom playing chess. kind of helps.
You look scary in it because you get all serious.
I look scary in it. Chat, do I look scary in my hat? This is why we need
Alright.
BotezLive caps. We need. Oh, bye, chat. Okay.
Alright.
Oh God, Tina just lost. Okay, Alex. Thank you so much. I'll
Alright, no
message
worries.
you.
Thank you.
Get some rest, and I'll talk to you in the morning.
Sure. Keep in touch here. Take care. Bye.
Okay. Bye, Alex.